unsportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, he will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We also ask that you show your appreciation for the students who will take part indirectly in tonight's game, such as the cheerleaders, the bands, the pep squad, the training staffs, and students who have supported their teams at home and away. These people play an integral part in their success. The officials for tonight's game have been mutually agreed upon by the school officials for all schools. Their goal is not like those of the players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game will not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask your students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect and institutions you extend to each athletic person in their position of responsibility.
Okay, so right now this one on the stand is plug up and everything. Run that.
Congratulations to this year's Katy Country and Mandrell kick field. Top participants Brandon Peter and Eddie Burke. Brandon is representing the Denison Yellow Jackets and 93.1 Katy Country. Since he's representing the home team tonight, Brandon kicks last. Dennison representing the Sherman Bearcats and Mandrell 102.5. Since he's representing the visiting team, Dennison kicks first. Each participant gets one chance to make a field goal over the 30-yard line here at Dennison Stadium for a chance to win $1,000 from Sports Goods in Sherman. If only one of them makes a kick, they win $1,000. If both Brandon and Damon make their kick tonight, the $1,000 prize is split between $500 for each kicker. If neither Brandon or Damon successfully kick a field goal, Sports Goods in Sherman has agreed to still award each contestant with a $250 consolation. Thank you to everyone who registered for the Katy Country and Mandrell Field. And thanks for listening to the official radio of the Sherman Bearcat football Mandrell 102.5 and the official radio of the Denison Yellow Jackets 93.1 Katy Country. Sherman raised a total of $2,734 in monetary donations, 4,786 cans for a grand total of $18,456. And now the winner of the can food drive, Dennison High School, total monetary donations $9,383.91. Total in goods $7,356 for a total of $54,276. Let's go for the school now for the big round of applause. Beginning 2019, the Sherman and Denison cross-country teams took the page from the storied Red Rebel rivalry when they began the annual tradition of the Louisville game ball run. Each year, for the big college game, the all-PC programs of their respective schools deliver mini golf running from their home campuses all the way to Cotton. For the 6th consecutive year, our Sherman and Denison cross-country will continue their own game ball run tradition, with Sherman Cross Country delivering the game ball here this evening. Earlier today, the Sherman Cross Country team received the game ball during the local pep rally from Coach Josh Hall. At around 5 p.m., the team began 10-mile training with Bearcats heading. Taking turns along the route, the team accompanied by police escort has carried the game ball down Highway 91 and will soon be entering the field carrying the game ball for tonight's contest. The game ball will now be received by representatives from the Dennison cross-country team. Thank you to the Sherman Cross Country for delivering the game ball for tonight's 126th Battle of the Cats, and the tour will continue this great old tradition again next year when Dennison Cross Country will deliver the game ball. Denison High School. Al Honor. Captains for your Yellow Jackets, number 2, Kyle. Number 10, Roy Hunter. Number 3, Blake Bailey. And number 51, Jackson. Tonight's team captains are also joined by honorary team captains John Jacobs, Casey Shires, Cody and Dennis Slagle from Anchor Contact. Dear group, thank you for your continued support of your Dennison Yellow Jackets. Bearcats are going off and good to see you again. If you please stand, everyone your hats to the playing of the national anthem. Sherman first round ball game at around 17-yard line.
Take Caleb Orr, the senior quarterback. He's got 2 receivers stacked to the right. Against the Yellow Jackets, and the shutout streak ends at 6 quarters as the Bearcats Stadium in battle of the axe number 126. You got to be a little concerned at how the Bearcats march down the field.
Yeah, they did march perfect on the passing, and that was just a perfect throw. Great catch.
It was a perfect throw, and the size of Micah Hunt is going to be a big-time factor tonight. And it was on that play right there as he went up against Cedric Harper. And Harper is he's no little guy. He's 6'1", but he gave up to a couple of inches to Micah Hunt, and the pass was on the money. And the Bearcats have the early lead. On for the kick for the Bearcats is going to be Yahir Ruiz. And to hold is going to be Colin Macon. 8:03 mark of the first quarter. First blood strike by the Bearcats. 6-0. The PAT coming. And here is the snap. The hold is down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. Sherman ends the shutout streak at 6 quarters. They didn't score the final 2 quarters in 2022. They did not score in the entire game a year ago. Opening drive, they take it in for 7 points. We're back after this on 93.1 with more Boda 126 coverage.
Yeah, Brian just came in the same thing and said, all of us, everybody's good, but yours is popping.
All right.
Get it away from your mouth is all Brian suggested, because I've cranked everything down the best I can.
Okay. Is that better?
I hear you.
All right.
See if that's working. He pulled it away about 1.5 inches there.
Check, check, test, test. Check, check.
Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay. Just got to remember, I guess, keep it pulled away. You've got the voice, man. We don't. You've got the radio voice.
Man, no, we can't do. They're already ready to kick off.
All right.
How long are the breaks?
He's trying to catch up, and so we got to find out what he.
2 minutes apiece. If that was fine.
Yeah.
It's got to be a minute.
Yeah.
In game, it has to be a minute.
We get anything, we'll go to break.
I have it set for like 25 seconds. I'm going to take that to you.
Okay.
Okay. And here we go. This is going to be a kick by the Bearcats. First United Bank kick. And it is going to be taken by Cedric Harper at the 10, 15, 20. And he is tripped up. If he got by that one last guy, he was sailing down the sidelines as we come back to the action. Hello, everybody. Lynn Burkhead along with the gang. Sherman quickly down the field. And we've got coming up in a moment a Jeff's Auto Sales scoring drive recap. Sherman, the beautiful pass from Caleb Orr to Micah Hunt. The Bearcats in the shutout streak, and they are on the board first. Yellow Jackets will have an opportunity to respond. Give you the starting lineup for the Yellow Jackets across the offensive front. Caleb Grimes, Nathan Woods, Jackson Bridges, Noah Roten, and Jalen Johnson, JJ. Easton Means will be the H and tight end. Blake Benson, the Z receiver. Brandon Douglas, the Y receiver. Darion Vaughn, the X receiver. Ty Rhodes, the senior quarterback. 3-year starter, 2 years at quarterback. And Thomas Rendon getting the call to begin the game as the starting tailback for the Yellow Jackets. And that is your starting lineup. We'll give you Sherman momentarily. First down at 10, Dennison. The ball will be spotted at the 16-yard line. It's a shame Harper had a big hole. He could have gotten by that one last tackle. He was going to see if he could take it the distance. This is Ty Rhodes. Snap, back, throws. Diving and nearly picked off as they went empty backfield. Rendon was the intended receiver, and that was almost a diving pick on the first play. The freshman team last night, the quarterback for the Yellow Jackets threw a 72-yard pick six on the first offensive snap for the Jackets, but the Jackets stormed back and won, going away 49-27. 7-0 our score here. 7:51 to go in the first. Ty Rhodes with Thomas Rendon in the backfield. Long snap. He's going to hand it off. Rendon weaving his way through traffic. Not much there.
No, not much at all. The Sherman defense fired up now. And this has always been a game of momentum. And right now, Sherman carries it early.
Yeah, you heard Coach Whitson in his show talk about we've got to burn the sugar first and get into the protein burning. got to weather this early storm. And so far, the Bearcats, the one thing that Dennison probably cannot afford to do tonight is to let them get out to a sizable lead early. 2 receivers stacked near side, one to the far right side. That's Vaughn. Here's Rhodes on 3rd down. Play fake, back to pass, flushed out of the pocket on the run. He's going to tuck it, runs at the 20 and shoved out of bounds short of the 1st down. And the Jackets are going to go 3 and out and be forced to punt.
Yeah, he got beyond the 20, so it helps a little bit to get out of the hole and maybe get a kick into some decent field position. But right now, Sherman's already kind of flipped the field on him, I believe.
Yeah, this is not the Sherman team of the last 11 years so far. Now, we've seen this before, but the Yellow Jackets really believed on both sides of the ball that they would be able to control the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive for both teams, they did not answer the bell on controlling the line, and they're going to have to find some answers in a hurry. They have some new tools available to them that we'll talk about to do just that, but the Bearcat crowd fired up early. Here's the punt. Landon Sylvester has it. No, that's Rhodes. And he is going to right-foot it. It's going to be taken by Macon at the 45. Sidesteps one tackler. He is going 50. Look out, 45. Tripped up at the 44. And there's a Yellow Jacket that is upended and not moving at the 46 of Dennison. And that is going to be Gavin Mandrell. And that would be an absolutely devastating blow to the Yellow Jacket cause.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We may get us a injury timeout here.
Yeah, so Trace Olson, the defensive newcomer of the year in District 7 5A Division II last year, is on the shelf for another 2 to 3 weeks with a back problem. He's got a crack, a hairline crack, and he's almost there. But Gavin Mandrell, the future quarterback for the Yellow Jackets, playing in his first varsity game, 6'4", 200 pounds, the free safety. He is down on the field, and Brent Whitson is out there bending over him. He's rolled over on his back, but it was a big lick, and we've got an injury timeout. This is our ER of Sherman injury update timeout. We'll come back and give you an update after this.
And you're clear.
And we're back at Munson Stadium. Sun is setting and some clouds are gathering, not only in the sky, but on the Yellow Jackets sideline. We'll explain in a moment. It is going to be 1st down and 10 Bearcats, leading 7-0. Ball at the 44 of Dennison. Man in motion. Yellow Jackets are not crowding the line yet. Handoff. This is Jerkavian Hughes. He's going to be bottled up and stopped after a short gain of 2. But your ER at Sherman injury update brought to you by ER at Sherman, a service of Texoma Medical Center, open 24/7 and ready to take care of you. Unfortunately, we've got to tell you that Gavin Mandrell, and he is one of the most pivotal players on the field for the Yellow Jackets, came off the field, had to be assisted, could not put any weight on a leg. It's a knee-leg injury. This is going to be a handoff Bowen, and that was Hughes rather, and he went left side and he got several yards. It's 3rd down and short, and at the moment, the Yellow Jackets, they're just on their heels.
I'm not even sure who they're going to do defensively. We don't have a backup for that safety position. Trace was the other.
This is going to be a handoff to Hughes. He breaks the line of scrimmage, is wrestled sideways.
Short.
I believe he is an inch or two short of the
right on it.
of the 4th, but they're going to go for it with a 7-0 lead and smelling blood in the water.
Yeah, Gavin Mandrell, he's down here in the 10 at the moment, so we're not going to know anything for quite a while.
Yeah, we'll go down to Pete when we have something to report. At the moment, the tent is up and the door is closed, and it does not look good.
Big power set here.
4th down and less than a yard. Power look. This is Orr, hands it off. That's Bowen. Forget the power. He's outside 30, 25, wrestled out of bounds at the 20-yard line. First down, a Charles Holder progressive first down to the 20, and Sherman threatening to take a 2-score lead.
They've done this several times. They're just overloading that wide side of the field and then run weak side, and it's just wide open.
Tried to give you an update on who the free safety is for the Yellow Jackets. They're going right in that direction. It's a throw out in the flats. Micah Hunt, all 6'3" of him and 210 pounds, catches it near the first down marker, but just short everything coming up roses. And there's another Yellow Jacket down on the field. Everything coming up roses for the Bearcats right now, not for the home team.
I was going to say, with the cushion the Jackets are playing on the corners right now, that's there all day long. 6, 7, 8 yard pickup.
The one thing that was said over and over and over and over again is that, now good news for Gavin Mandrell. He is walking on the sideline and testing the knee out. He's going back into the tent, but that is not what we saw him coming off the field with. I thought it might be like a blown knee or something. This player is going to be Josh Turner. That's another equally bad blow. He's arguably the best player on the defensive side, unanimous first team defensive tackle all district last year, and he is walking off under his own power with Vinny Rhodes escorting him.
Yeah, Josh looks like he just got the bell rung a little bit coming off, and maybe he can shake that off and get back in. We'll see.
Jackets have got to stop the bleeding, and they've got to do it in a hurry. They're losing players to the sideline and injury tent, and they really just cannot afford to have to try and come back from a large deficit early on.
That's where you make your statement. Somebody make a big play, maybe come up with a turnover. You never know.
Second down and 2. Caleb Orr has Bowen in the backfield, hands it off to him. He weaves forward, and that time he is swarmed and gang tackled short of the marker, but it will be third down and about a yard and maybe a yard and a half to go.
Well, Lathan Bailey and Roman Henderson, they both attacked that same seam at the same time and met him in the hole. That was fantastic.
Third down, it was actually a no-gainer, so third down and 2. 2 receivers stacked near side. That's Kobe Ray Short and company. This is going to be Bowen. No, it's a throw to the end zone. They snookered the Yellow Jackets. And Caleb Orr has his second passing touchdown of the first quarter with 4:34 remaining. And it's 13-0 Sherman. And they look like they did not like what happened a year ago on their own home turf, and they appear determined to try and do the same thing on Dennison's home turf tonight. They're off to a good start. Jackets have been unable to slow them down on the first 2 drives.
Yeah, what I like so far is everything is just flowing so well with their play calling. That was a fantastic play call.
Yeah. PAT attempt, Macon has it. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field, 4:34 remaining in the opening quarter. It's all Bearcats at the moment in the 126th Battle of the Axe. The streak is in jeopardy already. We're back after this on 93.1. They're going to tell maybe they're going to tell Mr. Harper, on a kick that you've got to go back near the goal line to retrieve, just let it go.
Yeah, he caught it above his helmet as well.
So the Yellow Jackets are in dire straits. I hate to say that this early in the game, and I do know that 2 years ago they were in dire straits. Let's give you some scoring drive recaps. Kyle?
Yeah, this scoring drive recap is brought to you by Jeff's Auto Sales. Visit them on the web at jeffautosales.texas.com. The first quarter, 8:03 on the clock, 3:57 ran off the clock, 12 plays, 83 yards, or to Hunt, 23-yard touchdown pass, 7-0 Sherman. I'll give you the second one in a minute.
It's going to be Rendon in the backfield along with Rhodes. It's going to be a handoff Rendon, and he ducks under a tackle, and they just blew the O-line up right there, and we're back in the backfield at the handoff. It is a loss on the play, and the Yellow Jackets discombobulated on both sides of the ball right now. Go ahead.
Your second scoring drive recap brought to you by Jeff's Auto Sales. Visit them on the web at jeffsautosales.texas.com. Time on the clock was 4:34 there in the first quarter. 8 plays, 56 total yards, or to Pena. Sherman goes up 14-0.
Second down and 11. Play fake. This is Rhodes. He's going to flush out of the pocket, looking for some running room. 25, trying to get around the edge. Hit, driven backwards, then sideways. Pummel. Swarm gang tackling by the Bearcat D. This is not the same Bearcat team that was so listless 12 months ago.
Fired up right now. Like I said, it gave him momentum. I thought Mr. Rhodes there was going to get up the field quicker, and he decided to come back outside, and that was not a good decision. I think he had more room up the middle.
Ty Rhodes has some speed. Problem, the Bearcats have got it too in the defense. And Bowen and company, he's playing both ways right now. It's third down and 5, third down 5.5. So a little more manageable. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rendon in the backfield with Rhodes. Third down and 5. Here comes the blitz. They're coming backside. Ty Rhodes throws on the run. It's caught, and then it's going to be weaving for the first down. And that is the young man, Brandon Douglas, and they're going to have a film session talk with him. He got the first down, but almost gave it up, weaving and trying to get more yards. You got to know where the sticks are and get there.
Get it first, and then worry about what you can get after that.
Initial first down of the night for the Yellow Jackets with 2:55 to go in the first. A Charles Holder progressive first down called. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That is going to be Corbin Johnson. He's going to kick a man in motion. And now they're going to have 3 to the right, an empty backfield for Ty Rhodes on first down. Rendon gets it on the jet sweep, looking for blocks on the edge, turns it 35-40, nearly a first down on the jet sweep. Thomas Rendon has not 1, not 2, but 3 sub-4.40 times.
He's got that touchdown.
Another Charles Holder first down, progressive first down call. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Rendon in the backfield to the right hip pocket of Ty Rhodes, the senior quarterback, 3-year starter for the Yellow Jackets. And he's trying to get his team on the march and try to cut this lead in half.
He had got that first down there. He thought he was short. He got it up.
First down at the 41-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Late stages of the first quarter. Play fake to Rendon. Throw, it's going to be caught. That's Brandon Douglas. Got it. And he was a man away from taking it down the sidelines and seeing how far he could get. But it's another Charles Holder first down call. Some skirmishing back behind the line of scrimmage, but no flag on either team.
Yeah, they got tangled up, and then sometimes you get embarrassed about getting tangled up and want to get out of it.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right. That is Darion Vaughn. Rendon in the backfield. He's going to get it on the give. Looks to go left and right. Not much there. Got back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he was going to get a yard. He got nothing. It's second down and 10.
Yeah, he definitely when he cut up field, that was his best option, is to get that straight line, because he's got tremendous speed straight line.
Change in running backs. Rendon checks off the field.
Is that Bailey?
Lathan Bailey checks onto the field, and he had a couple of really great games over the past few years rushing the football in emergency relief. Being called upon here, he gives a little bit different look. Kind of a combination of speed and brawn, a lot like Jack Oliver. Second down and 10. This is Rose running the option. He's going to give it. He's got Lathan Bailey. He's got the 45-40 and out of bounds at the 39-yard line. There's some pushing and some skirmishing by the Sherman Bearcats. A flag has been thrown. That's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bearcats.
It was a ball boy that got in trouble, and I think it's going to be on the Bearcats.
Yeah, they threw that flag with some vengeance. Bearcat corner was really jawed on the sidelines. believe he's going to be flagged for an unsportsmanlike conduct. It was enough for the first down anyway. What about the pitch? Oh my gosh, was that an electrifying and dangerous pitch at the same time? It was literally a foot away from the trailing Lathan Bailey.
It is, but you know, you're 14 down and you're going to have to take a little chance here and there to get this thing turned around.
And let's see the call. It's going against the Bearcats. It's a first down for Charles Holder. Once again, but this is a big one. 15 goes down all the way inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Personal foul called. I believe the offending young man over there was Alonzo King, senior right cornerback. And the Yellow Jackets on the march trying to cut the Sherman lead in half. First and 10, 23-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Ty Rhodes, he lost the ball. He's got a fall on it. It was a little bit of a high snap from Bridges, and he was looking downfield. I think he could have fielded it, but he was looking. They had a play set up that he was really excited about. Unfortunately, it's a big loss back to the 30.
Yeah, I just never got a handle on it, and that's what you do when you kind of look up. It's just like baseball. You got to stay down on the ball there too. Just caught him off guard.
Yeah, but he did the senior thing that you do. He located the ball and fell down on it immediately. We'll deal with the loss later. Second down and about 16. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Bailey in the backfield with Ty Rhodes. 14-0 Sherman leading late in the first quarter here on 93.1. Here's Rhodes back to pass, sets up, and now he's going to flush out of the pocket. He's looking to throw on the run. He's going to run, and he's shoved hard out of bounds around the 26. They'll say the 27-yard line. It's going to be third down and about 13 to go. He had a man clearing downfield. He just couldn't get free to get the ball going his direction.
Yeah, he's moving to his left, and he's got to throw across his body and get it turned. He had a hard time doing that. Speed to the sidelines. Timeout somebody.
Timeout somebody will join him. 14-0. Well, it's the end of the quarter. 14-0. The Bearcats win the first. Can the Jackets win the second? We'll find out when we're back right after this.
Absolutely. So, student number 5,000 in Dennison ISD was recognized this week. That man became next. 5,000 student over here at Lamar Elementary. So, how about that?
Is coming. And the Yellow Jacket defense comes out on the field. We do not have a Gavin Mandrell update, although the team, well,
Here he comes.
he's got his pads off, jersey off, and his own crutches. They do not have anything wrapped, though. How about a Jets Auto Sales scoring drive?
This scoring drive recap is brought to you by Jeff's Auto Sales. Visit them on the web at jeffautosales.texas.com. In the second quarter, 11:53 on the clock, 4:32 ran off the clock, 11 plays, 80 yards total, 27-yard pass from Rhodes to Johnson. PAT was good by Sylvester. Sherman 14, Dennison 7.
So here we go, first down and 10. Caleb Orr, Jerkavian Hughes in the backfield, two receivers left, one right. This is Hughes. He skated his way forward, found the seam to the middle, got 3, 4, maybe 5 yards until he second down and 10. He was like weaving in and out of traffic. And he was like, you've ever seen, those water bugs in the water at the lake? He kind of just go left,
Yeah,
right, left, right,
yeah.
left, right. That's what it looked like right there, and he got him 5 yards.
I don't know if he appreciated it.
I'm just saying he's impressive
That
moving with
was,
the football
yeah.
in his hand. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Hughes is starting to get more carries. Here as the game goes along, he's going to get outside right side, breaks the tackle, look out, knocked down hard. There's a late blow. That should have been a personal foul call against the Bearcats. That young man has been involved in several skirmishes tonight. Number 3 for the Bearcats. He took a swipe at one of the Yellow Jackets' face guard as he went by, and they've been jawing at each other all night long. But Hughes was the story on that one, a nifty carry. And he is going to get a first down. The Charles Horton Progressive Insurance first down call. That's going to the 41-yard line. Jackets have got to find an answer. They got to find one in a hurry. We'll go down to Pete in just a minute for the ER at Sherman injury update, but the news is this. Gavin Mandrell's night is over with. First down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Glenn Burkhead, Lance Sam Millen, Kai Huger, and Pete Dion. Or play fake, throws it out in the flat. And it is going to be caught, immediately dropped, but a 6-yard, maybe a 7-yard gain by the Bearcat receiver, and that was Randy Nelson. He's dangerous. He was the leading receiver statistically last year, and he makes a good 6-yard grab there. Second down and 4. The ball at the 46 of the Bearcats. They lead 14-7. Caleb Orr, play fake. Here comes the blitz. They got him. Slung him down from behind, and the Yellow Jackets come roaring in on that one. Grayson McGehee, the backer, comes in and makes the stop.
Well, I like Grayson, and that was just a bull charge right up the middle, and he just cleared the path and kept coming at the ball.
Yep, he was coming from the word go. Full blitz package that time from DC Todd Wallace. Third down and long after the big loss. It had been second and 4. Now make it 3rd and 13 from the 38 of the Bearcats. Orr has it, sprinting near side, wanting to throw on the run. Does so. It's going to be caught. Brent Whitson says incomplete. It's going to be right on the 50, and that is a yard short of the first down. Micah Hunt, he skied up in the air and was able to come down with the football. 4th down and inches. The Bearcats are going to go for it.
Coach Whitson was trying to tell him he had it down there between his knees, didn't have control of it.
Chandler Lopez checking in the game. Here is Orr. There's a flag on the play or a stoppage. It's a flag, and they're going to back the Bearcats up.
Well, that helps. That's short to go, and now it may change your mind. Here comes the kicking team.
It looks like the kicking team is coming.
But I would make sure
I would make sure it is booted away. Josh Holloman did not like what happened in his first game as a coach, and he is determined to change the outcome. However, now the Yellow Jackets have a chance to answer, and if they can score, they can tie it up with tied up midway through the second quarter. So we head towards halftime. 9:49 remaining in the first half of play. We're in the second quarter. 14-7 Sherman. They sprinted out to a 14-0 lead on 2 straight opening drives. Timeout called. We're joining them. 14-7. Jackets about to get the ball back after this on 93-1. Bearcats nearly get the punt block, an Academy Award acting job by the punter right there. And another Yellow Jacket is slow to get up. My goodness, it is the walking wounded tonight. Let's go down to Pete Dion. Pete, having an ER at Sherman injury update on Gavin Mandrell.
Yes, sir. As you mentioned, he's just over here with no pads on, standing up on his crutches, unfortunately.
But
yeah,
he's not really having to depend on the crutches.
Correct. Yeah, he's just kind of leaning on them, really. He's not.
I still can't tell if it's ankle or above, but I don't know if it's a catastrophic injury because he is putting weight on it, but it's obviously pretty ginger right now. Jackets go to work, empty backfield. Ty Rhodes signals Corbin Johnson in. The ball is at the 24-yard line for Dennison. They're trying to tie this game up. Now Darion Vaughn will come inside. 3 receivers short to the left side. Rendon in motion. They're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. He's trying to get to the edge. 25, gets to the 30, lowers his shoulder and says hello, and goes for 7, maybe 8 yards, setting up second and short.
That's pretty impressive. I've been next to that young man. He's not that large, and he just ran trucked right over somebody.
He's about as big as I am.
Goodness.
3 receivers to the near side. Dennison going left to right. This is Rhodes, throws it out, and it is going to be incomplete. One hopped in. There was some heat coming into the kitchen, and quite frankly, there was excellent coverage by the Bearcats.
That just scares me how far that throw is.
Well, you know, that was not a true technical out route, but it was from the far hash to the near side, to the far sideline. And that's a good chunk of about 30 yards.
Sure is.
25 to 30 yards through the air.
That defender reacts on that early, and that's the ones they take to the house.
3rd down and 2. Jackets desperately have to get a first down here. 14-7, Sherman in the lead. 126 battle the axe midway through the second quarter. Play fake. Rhodes is calling his own number, and he is going to be stopped short of the first down. He got a yard. He needed 2. Kane Bowen, I believe, was the chairman of that committee, but the tackle came from the line of scrimmage. And so far, Sherman has been winning the trench battle that we talked about, and that is a big surprise. The Jackets were very confident that they would win the battle of the trenches tonight.
Well, the man inside right now for the Bearcats, Abram Ramirez, number 4, he's causing all kinds of havoc about every play.
So you've got 4th down and less than a yard to go. Do you dare think about rolling the dice here?
No, it's early, still early.
You got, don't forget, you got Lathan Bailey standing there as the up man, and he's actually counting and signaling. So he's seeing if
he checked it. Maybe
he checked it down. Now he's looking at Whitson, and there's a flag thrown, and it may be against the Bearcats because the official pointed in that direction. Delay of game.
That's why he was trying to call the timeout. Let it run down.
I don't know how they could flag the Yellow Jackets because Brent Whitson was 20 yards or less from the referee screaming at him and signaling the timeout.
Yeah, I don't either.
So they'll back them up 5, and now they will certainly kick. Sure. The ball backs up from the 34. Really not a night where the Jackets have made a lot of mistakes or miscues, but just a little thing here and a little thing there, and that certainly doesn't help. But Ty Rhodes on to kick it away from the 26-yard line. They send a man in motion. The Bearcats are not, they've got one guy back, and this is going to be a directional kick, and it's not a good one. It's going to go out of bounds inside the 50, in fact, inside the 45, and that was not a good punt.
No, it's not even going to net 20 yards, I don't believe, when it's all said and done. Right under 20, about 18-yard punt.
So for the 3rd time in the first half, the Bearcat offense will start in Yellow Jacket territory. Actually, the first drive they did not, but they were in Yellow Jacket territory after the first play. For the second time tonight, they will start inside Denison's 50-yard line, and the Jacket defense a while ago aided by a penalty, and they got to do it again. 2 receivers stacked to the right. Micah Hunt kind of showing off a little bit as he walks to his spot on the near side. They're going right to left on the radio dial.
Timeout, Jackets.
And a timeout call by Dennison will join him. 14-7 our score. Sherman leading 126. Battle of the Axe back after this on Katy Country. That's a season. And we come back to play. Jerkavian Hughes breaking tackles. He's off to the races. Tackled short of the end zone, but he scampered 44 of the 45 yards he needed. And it is first down and goal. Sorry about that. We missed the play call. But Hughes has gone the distance as of late after a steady diet of Bowen early. And now they're going to bring Bowen in and go jumbo. First and goal, and the Bearcats threatening to expand this to a 2-score advantage again.
Yep. He's got the bigger lower half body than anybody out there. His legs are pretty thick, and it was just hard to get him down.
Power I, and Bowen goes untouched to pay dirt, and the score is now 20-7 as the Bearcats open it up again, expand their lead again, and that is why you just cannot miss on 3rd and 2. The Yellow Jackets had 2nd down and 2, and they had an incomplete pass that made it 3rd down and 2. And then they didn't get it, and they kicked it off, and it was a shank of a kick. The Bearcats went to work at the 45, and one play later, the Bearcats aren't just winning the trenches, they're dominating the trenches right now.
Yeah, we said win the trenches, and the other one was limit mistakes and capitalize on mistakes, and then find a way to do something in special teams. And so far, Sherman's got that edge.
Mendoza is on for the kick. Low snap, kick is up. It is good. Timeout on the field, 7:15 to go in the first half. The streak remains in serious jeopardy. Sherman expands to a 2-score advantage again. Back after this on 93-1. Mandrell is out. Jackets are struggling on the offensive side that they can fall behind by 3 scores in the first half.
Yeah, it shakes up that secondary too.
This is going to be a play fake. This is Caleb Orr. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to be tackled. What a great tackle out on the edge. Lathan Bailey did twist his knee. Kind of a little extra there, and there's the flag. 2 late flags, and I believe they're going to get Bailey for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Caleb Orr. He did twist the lower body.
It happened between the receivers.
I thought they were looking in Bailey's direction.
It was John downfield. It's Cedric, and 2 is at the Hunt. 2's the big deal, Micah Hunt. And it could be one of these. They're just going to get everybody's attention and give them both something and offset it. But
you know, when you've lost 11 years, you're angry and hungry. When you've won 11 years, you're complacent. And that's just human nature, right?
I think you start out that way, but now that you're in a situation, you better reach down and
find something.
Decide you want to keep it. That's the deal.
Yeah, the one thing that we have not seen from the Jackets, despite falling behind by this margin, on 2 consecutive times, they've been down 14-0, and now they're down 21-7. So 2 14-point deficit. I mean, we haven't seen any of the quit that we've seen on the other side when things begin to get away from the Bearcats. And the Bearcats certainly, that problem has been solved by Josh Holloman, at least for the moment. Offsetting, I believe, 2nd down and 9. The ball remains just inside the 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, Micah Hunt to the left. Orr in the backfield, and that is Jerkavian Hughes back in the game. This is a snap, handoff. Orr pulls it out of his gut, rolls right side, lowers his shoulder, and he goes down.
Right at the line.
Yep, right.
He just moved it. He just moved it.
Yeah, it looked like it was right at the line, and then the official moved.
First down.
He moved quickly beyond the line, and it was a first down. Good play, good calls tonight by Josh Holloman. Josh Holloman has an offensive DNA, was a offensive coordinator at Denton Braswell before he came back home to Sherman, and he's mixing it up and calling a good game so far. And the Bearcats are on the march, 3:46 remaining in the first quarter, leading 21-7. They're deep in Dennison territory at the 30-yard line. This is going to be Bowen. He jumps right, then comes back left, and he is going to be tackled, but not before he got 8 yards.
Yeah, he got down that outside again. I'm not sure. The ends are crashing every now and then. I think they're getting caught underneath.
2nd down and 3 to go. Clock at 3:21. And just fighting and clawing and trying to find an answer is the Jacket defense right now. McGehee is in for Roman Henderson a lot. This is Orr. He's back wanting to throw. He's throwing to the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away. There was good defensive coverage, no flag. That was excellent coverage by the Yellow Jackets, and it's going to set up 3rd down at about 3.
Corbin Johnson coming over there to break that up. I thought he had a chance maybe to get that football. They didn't get intercepted.
Yeah, Corbin Johnson having to be the emergency safety, I believe.
Not Corbin, double 11. Darius Ison.
Yeah, Ison. 3rd down and 3, probably still 4-down territory for the Bearcats, or barking some signals to his center. He's got a receiver left, that's Hunt. 2 receivers short to the right. And he has the snap. He's going to fake it to Bowen. He's going to pop pass it.
He dropped it. That's
and
not
he
a
dropped
catch.
it. It's incomplete, and now it's 4th down and 3. And what do you do if you're Josh Holland?
They kick. He's got good kickers. They come to kick. Here they come.
I would definitely watch the fake here because it's still short yardage. And when you've lost 11 in a row, you're not looking to make it 12. You're going to take some chances to win. They did not have a lot of success kicking a year ago. And this is going to be the the Bearcats' Brandon Mendoza, junior kicker. And he is going to boot it. It's going to be spotted at the 28, so a 38-yard effort from the near hash coming up. Here's the snap. The hold is down, and they nearly blocked it, but he got it up just in the nick of time, and it's good.
Wow.
38 yards, and the score is 24-7 with 2:51 remaining until intermission. And the Jackets need an answer in a hurry. We're back after this on 93.1.
So let's see.
Talking about Sooner football?
Oh yeah, Sooners versus Temple, 17-0 right
You got
now.
a sponsor for that?
Sponsored
Sponsored
by Lynn Burkhead.
Yeah, it's not. You know, it's
Yeah.
not sponsored by
34-0
Lynn Burkhead.
actually.
Handoff Thomas Wyndham weaving his way forward. Nice run through heavy traffic. Showed some good vision right there as he weaved left and came back right. Kind of the same thing I mentioned about Mr. Hughes a minute ago. Kind of a little water bug.
Yeah.
Left, right, left. I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah. Uh-oh. All the Jackets move.
Yeah, this is the little mistakes we're talking about. Not heavily penalized. Jackets really were good last year in the late stages of the season in the penalty department, but that one's going to hurt right there. Pete, I need something positive to talk about. Give me something.
Well, we're going to get some points here, and then we get the ball in the second half, right? So I'm just going to think positive.
And the
ball here.
The penalty was against Sherman.
See?
Yeah, there you go.
You're welcome.
I did not see that coming because the Jackets were dejected and talking to one another and pointing at each other. And, yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't even see the call.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. Second down and 1. Rose is back. He's going to sling it. Caught by the wrong guy and dropped. Interception. It would not have been a pick 6 had he caught it in stride. It would have been. But it was another one of those low throws, and the defender drew a bead on it. That was TK Gaines, and he nearly came up with a sliding, diving pick. Thankfully, at the last moment, he dropped it. But again, they had this on a drive earlier. They had second down and short. They missed a pass play that was incomplete, and now it's third and short. Roman Henderson in the game. He's going to flip sides. Almost a carbon copy of Jack Alleman, and he is going to get the give. He's going to no. This is Rhodes. This is Rhodes, and he's going to lose yardage.
Roman had all kinds of running room. He ran upfield, and I thought he had the ball.
And the Yellow Jackets, unfortunately, they saw the same thing happen. They had second and short, tried to get a play on the outside throwing. It was incomplete, and then they can't get it on third and short.
He's not going to get it.
1:40 and counting. We're going to let the play clock wind all the way down to 24 seconds. Dennison will get the football to begin the second half of play, but unfortunately they're going to give the Bearcat offense more right at a minute remaining in the first half.
I said earlier, Bailey's in there in the middle. I don't know if now's the time.
They don't even have anyone back for this kick. Here's Rhodes snapping his hands together, and they're going to get flagged again for delay of game. Just the wheels coming off for the Yellow Jackets. They're clearly rattled.
2 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, Rhodes is furious right now. He was signaling for the ball. And he did for 2, 3, 4 seconds, and it just never came back. And he is letting his displeasure be known. It takes the clock to 1:11, and it will stop. It will back them up 5. And Rhodes will have to punt away from the 31-yard line. Back deep is Macon. He is going to retreat to the 37. And you better not kick it anywhere near Colin Macon. He is a burner.
Yeah, he is good. I like this runner.
This is going to be a line drive kick to the boundary. It's going to take a bounce, but it did so just out of bounds. And we'll see where they walk up and mark it. It's going to be the 39-yard line again. And Sherman starts 60 yards away from a touchdown. But we just saw a 38-yard field goal, so they would certainly like to do that between now and the intermission. And the Jacket offense just missing in action right now.
I don't think that Sherman's going to do anything here crazy on these first couple of plays to run the football. But Jackets have got to wrap up. They've already shown that a couple of missed tackles got the big run early.
The defense has begun to get a little bit of a bite in the game. They did make a complete stop, and then they held Sherman to a field goal in the second quarter. There are 57 seconds remaining. They'll stack 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Micah Hunt. Caleb Orr asks for the football. He's going to hand it off Hughes. Hughes runs straight ahead, and he's bottled up, and he broke a tackle. Terrible tackling in there in the trenches.
Josh had a hold of him.
He did. But he got away from him, and what looked to be a 1-yard gain turns into a 4, almost a 4.5-yard gain. Second down, we'll call it 5.5 to 6 yards to go. Clock rolling at 37 seconds, and they do appear content to at least take it down. They may try to hit a home run play, though, as the clock winds down. 27 seconds and counting. It is second down and 5. 2 receivers right, Micah Hunt left. Caleb Orr play fake. Now he's going to tuck it. He's going to run. Slides in at the 45-yard line. He was about to get pounded by Grayson McGehee and Lathan Bailey, and he thought better of it. 10 seconds to go, and it appears that Josh Alleman says, let's go to the locker room.
Yeah, 5 seconds left. That's what they're going to do.
So the Bearcats have dominated the first half of play. The Yellow Jackets have struggled with their defensive line of scrimmage, their offensive front, and maybe most importantly of all, the injury bug. Brent Whitson is rallying his troops, and he is fired up right now. Bearcats are excited and going into the locker room knowing they are 2 quarters away from ending a terrorizing streak by their arch rivals of 11 years. And the Yellow Jackets, that they plan on keeping another 12 months, they have a ton of work to do in the second half. We will, of course, wait. Pete Dion waiting to talk to Brent Whitson, who is still talking to his troops. Now they're breaking, and they're heading to the locker room. All right, Pete, take it away.
Coach, these games obviously come down to the trenches. Can you talk about what you've seen so far in this game?
Well, they've won the trenches, and that's not what we expected. Especially the strength of our football team should be our defensive line, and we look a little winded, and we've been out physical. We have not tackled well at all either. But offensively, we haven't put anything together that gives our defense a break.
Who would you like to see step up there in the second half to make a difference in this game?
Quarterbacks have to help us win ball games, so Ty needs to start making plays. Again, he's got to have some help, and I'd like to see Thomas Rendon break one. But at the end of the day, it's about using the things that we've put together. We're not acting like we're very well conditioned, and we are. So we got to go play like we're a well conditioned football team.
Very good, thank you, Coach.
Well, we talked about, gentlemen, as we move into our halftime show, and our halftime show is brought to you by Texas Educators Federal Credit Union. Tonight's Denison Yellow Jackets halftime show presented each week by Texas Educators Federal Credit Union, serving educators and everyone else with branches in Sherman, Dennison, and Durant. We talked about at the outset, the Yellow Jacket coaching staff believed that they were going to win the trench battle on both sides of the ball. They have not. That's the difference in the ball game, period. But Brent Whitson also called out something that we mentioned. There's been, and it's uncharacteristic from Ty Rhodes, the senior quarterback. There's been 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 short hop throws tonight when the receivers were actually there. And I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know if it's nerves and jitters or whatever. But most of those short hop throws, the receiver did have a chance to catch the football if it was delivered. Thankfully, one of the throws that short hopped in was to the opposing team, or it would be another touchdown on the board for the Bearcats. And right now, it's all going the way of the Bearcats. And I got to tell you, my heart just sank. Gavin Mandrell is arguably one of the 3 or 4 most important players on the field for the Yellow Jackets this year. He is the starting safety until further notice, was the starting safety until further notice, and he's one snap away. He was one snap away from being the quarterback.
Yep.
And now that we'll have to wait and see what the call is. He is certainly not going to return tonight. And I'm not sure what answers they're going to come up with in that locker room. Do remember that 2 years ago, at this same juncture, the score was 21-7 at the break. The Bearcats in the lead. And the final of that game was 28-21. So it's not impossible to come back.
Well, you have to put points on the board when you get the ball to start the second half.
Yep.
You've got to put some kind of points on
You
the board.
know, you say that, and I agree with that. But that game, if you go back and think about it, we did not actually do that.
But I think our mindset right now, that will give us a lot of momentum.
What changed in the third in that game is the defense finally began to be able to stop the Bearcats, and they did on 2 straight drives.
Yep.
And then came that, for them, infamous, and for us, famous punt block by Caden Sanders and the return by Kenyon Kelly.
You got a great mind.
And
I can't even remember all that.
I don't remember what happened last week.
The game turned on a dime right there. So something's got to happen in the third quarter. You cannot continue to not be able to dent the scoreboard. By the end of the third quarter, you got to make a dent in it. You can win in the fourth quarter, but you've got to put yourself in position to do that.
Total yards, we have 83 to their 247.
Yep.
Ooh.
Trenches have been dominated tonight by the O-line and D-line of the Bearcats, and the stat book shows it. We'll come back and continue with our halftime show. Don't go anywhere. We are in the Texoma Educator Federal Educators Federal Credit Union halftime show. We're back after this on 93.1. Have got the Robert ×2 show here in the locker room. I've got to settle down here at halftime. We've got Robert Poole, and we've also got Robert Crawley, the recently elected mayor of Dennison, and we're going to talk about something that happened before the game began, and it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I don't know, 100, 200 people gathering in the heat, and they watched the cover come off of a Fighting Yellow Jackets statue that was dedicated today, and the Poole family has been behind this project along with some management help from Brian Hander. Brian does such a great job in downtown Dennison with the arts and the murals and all that, and he helped coordinate this. The Pooles, they took care of it, and it's one of the coolest things I've seen in my 40-plus years in Dennison. It's a beautiful statue. It fits the Yellow Jacket mentality. And Robert Poole, tell us about how all this came into being.
Well, it's my wife, Patty, and my daughter-in-law, Deanne. They had seen the Crawleys, and the Handers had done these sculptures around Dennison, and they thought that would be a neat deal. They were our inspiration to do this, and the two ladies got together and thought, wouldn't it be neat to do a Yellow Jacket?
Yeah, I remember when I heard about it the first time. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but when I heard about it through the grapevine the first time, I thought, what a neat idea, and one that honestly is long overdue. So, Patty, we're going to talk to you, but thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for getting that off high center. But, you know, it's beautiful, and it was wonderful, the dedication and all of the photos that were being taken, the people that gathered around. The speeches that were made with that dedication about 4:30 this afternoon. But to get from the starting blocks to get to this afternoon, that was a pretty long process with a lot of hard work, right?
That was. It was almost a year in the making. And Patty can give you a little more outline on that. She was in it the whole time. I just kind of sat back and would get reports on what was being done.
You know, I do that in my household, too. You know, I call my wife the CEO, the real CEO of the family.
That's correct.
But I get progress reports every day, too.
Yeah.
So when you decided to do it, to go forward with a project, what were the steps that you had to do to get the ball rolling?
Well, first of all, come up with an idea. And they did that, and they gave it to Jody Castelli and Mark Nemi at Casney Studios. And I guess it was Jody came up, and together they worked out what it was going to look like. So they took this idea and made it into a shop drawing and then made it into reality.
What inspired you and Patty and the others that were involved to do this?
Well, it was my brother Chuck, sister-in-law Cheryl, and our families on both sides. And what really inspired us, we have a lot of Yellow Jackets in our family. And we have Yellow Jackets that are spread, our graduates are spread from Texas to Arkansas now. We have in Australia, in Macedonia. We have them all over the world, and this looked like just a really neat deal. We love this, our little city, and we just thought this would be a neat deal that other people could enjoy also.
Indeed. I just look forward to driving by, and every time I do, looking over and seeing that. And it's positioned beautifully, by the way, with that touchdown alley archway just kind of in the background off to the left. And it's just, it really completes that little area for the football team to come through, for the tailgating and all that. It's just a wonderful addition to our town.
Well, it is. We put it at that location. While it is there and it is at Touchdown Alley, we wanted it to be a symbol for the whole town, that it didn't matter what academic or athletic activity you had been in Dennison. You were an alumni or a fan, and that sculpture was for you. And it just wasn't necessarily for football or the people that use the stadium. And that's why we asked to put it out by the street.
You know, I've lobbied unsuccessfully for years from this seat that Rosie over there, you know, we call Rosie the grain bin over there across the viaduct, looks just like Rosie on the Jetsons. And every time I tell somebody that, they go, "You're right, it does." I've often thought, you know, University of Texas has the tower that they light up after a game. And I've often thought that, and so does the University of North Carolina, and some other schools have similar things. I think LSU maybe has a tower they light up. I've often thought if we could paint a Yellow Jacket football jersey on Rosie over there and make the head a helmet, we could light that up and, you know, on Friday night after a Yellow Jacket victory and, you know, keep it lit Saturday and Sunday. You drive across the viaduct. You don't have to be here. You look at that and you go, "We won."
I think that's a moment.
Okay, well, I was thinking maybe you were the person I needed to put the idea in. Let's get Patty in here.
Okay.
Patty's kind of the shaker and the mover, it sounds like, of some of this. And Patty, again, thank you, and thank you, Robert, for your work in getting this done. Patty, you like arts, don't you? You really like the arts in the community of Dennison.
Yes, I do. I love art. And Robert and I have been art lovers for years, so our whole lives. So it's important to us, and we love the public art that our folks in our community have invested in. Indeed.
You know, one of the great things about the downtown area are the various art projects that have been completed. You know, I always think of the murals on the wall, and you know, we had the opportunity last year here in this booth to interview Captain Chelsea Sullenberger, you know, Dennison native and Dennison hero, really a worldwide hero. And I just always love seeing the mural there. I love seeing the Ike mural. There's just so many things around downtown. And Dennison really has separated themselves from the pack, so to speak, with a lot of other North Texas communities in terms of art projects. Why is that?
Well, I think we just, it's the culture, you know, even on our Katy Trail where people go and, you know, have recreation and relax. I mean, we have beautiful parks, we have the beautiful artwork, and I think it speaks to the sort of people that you find in Dennison.
How hard is it to generate support? Because these things don't happen in a vacuum. There needs to be community support, political support from the Dennison city leadership, and also money. How difficult is it to fund these projects and get them off the ground from idea to completed project?
Well, you know, in our case, it's something we wanted to do. It was an investment we wanted to make in our community. And I think there's a lot of people out there who, you know, that little seed is planted somewhere along the way, and then a time comes when they can actually move it, you know, make it happen. And I think that's what's happened to many of the folks in the community and the organizations and businesses who have invested like that.
We're talking to Patty Poole. We talked to her husband, Robert Poole, and we're going to talk to Robert Crawley, the mayor of Dennison, in just a moment. But we're talking about the Fighting Yellow Jacket statue that was dedicated today near the Touchdown Alley entryway. And I smiled big. I think Robert said it's the largest Fighting Yellow Jacket statue in the world.
Sculpture. Yeah, Lynn, and we want to be careful about that because there are, you know, Robert discovered there's 22 other school districts in Texas that use the Yellow Jacket as their mascot. So we feel like they're going to be hot on our heels to, you know, outpace us on that thing. So, you know, first of all, it is the largest Fighting Yellow Jacket. If someone goes taller, it's going to be the largest Bejeweled fighting Yellow Jacket, and then public art fighting. We're going to keep it up there, for as long as possible.
Well, it is an absolutely beautiful piece of art, and I know there were thousands of pictures taken this afternoon, and there will be undoubtedly many more taken in the days ahead. I might come down with my wife, and we might make that our Christmas card photo.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
That's a great idea.
Patty, thank you, and Robert, for what you've done. Let's talk with Robert Crawley and see if he had any role to play in this thing. I don't think he did, the mayor of Dennison. He's been kind of taking it easy since he got elected.
Gosh, really?
Yeah, well, Robert is one of my good friends. And,
okay, that was a joke.
It was a joke. Yeah, he was smiling when he heard that. Actually, you've been doing just the opposite, Robert. You've been working very, very, very hard. How is it being the mayor?
Well, it's a new experience, which I'm enjoying, but there's challenges each and every day. Some you enjoy, and some that are not quite as much fun. But we just happen to live in the greatest community in North Texas, Dennison, Texas, and the people here are so warm and unique, and just like Robert and Patty Poole that wanted to make a donation to the community through this great Yellow Jacket sculptor. Everyone's going to really enjoy it, making pictures in front of it, like you said. So we're just so blessed as a community to have the people we have, and we could not be luckier.
There's always somebody with any project that involves city government, what have you, and I know this was not necessarily a city government project, but there's always a naysayer or two out there. How do you not listen to that?
Well, you have to think positive and know that the majority of our citizens are positive people and want to see good things happen. There's always a few that don't that enjoy the contra side of that. But as far as I'm concerned, the people I know, we could not have a more positive community, a warm community, just like the Dennison Independent School District. What a great job they do, what our teachers do each and every day in the classroom, what our sports coaches do in the girls and men's athletics. It's just amazing. Everybody pulls in the same direction. So to me, that's the unique portion of Dennison.
One of the things that I've always loved about you, besides the fact that, Kyle, are you listening? We're both dedicated Texas Longhorn fans. Besides that, I've always loved your story of how you came here with your family and how y'all chose to stay here. Why did the Crawley family choose to make Dennison their home? Because you had opportunities to leave and go elsewhere in your career.
Yes, sir. One of the main reasons is a couple in this booth with us tonight. Robert and Patty Poole were our church members and friends. We got started in that church, realized how great the community was.
Waples, right?
Yes, sir. Waples Methodist, yes, sir. That's where I met Robert and Patty 40 years ago. And we just could not believe the neat people that we met in our community and all of our friends. And, that's really how we got started, was through our church. And we were so proud of that and having a chance to grow. We just, Robert Poole and I have coached, and Harry Kirschman have coached over 30 teams with our kids as they grew up. And one of the young men that was on our teams is a Sherman coach. We got to see him a while ago. TJ Apnip was on one of our teams, and we just got a chance to shake his hand while ago on his way out. So we've enjoyed, every minute of our community. So happy to have great schools, great churches, a great hospital, and a great lake. It's just an amazing community. And then there's people like you, Lynn.
Oh,
that
stop
lead us.
it. Stop it.
You are the voice of the Jackets and have been, we don't know what we'd do without you. So,
well, there are a lot of people that might tell you what you would do
well,
without
don't
me.
worry about that. But anyway, we thank you and all the broadcast team. It's just amazing what you all help do for our community.
Thank you. I will say this in rebuttal or response, I suppose. We are in something that is embarrassing to me an awful lot. We're in what is known as the Lynn Burkhead radio booth, and there's all kinds of signage and wrapping on this, and I'm quite embarrassed by it because I much like you. I've been the voice of the Yellow Jackets for 25 years now. This is game number 417 for me.
Wow.
But
amazing.
I have had help every step of the way. I could not do what I do without Lance Sandmill, Kyle Uver, and Pete Dion. Couldn't do it without Ed Meacham. Couldn't do it without Kevin Farr and without Monty Walker in the past, and Jason Fuzzy Smith, and so many others, and Vince Collins and others. You never do anything good in a vacuum, right?
Correct. But how much have you enjoyed that with these great people?
I really pushed back on this when I was shown what they were wanting to do, and said, first of all, when somebody came off the elevator, they would probably say, golly, that guy's got a big ego. But the other thing was, I wanted to make sure, and if you look around, I think maybe you can see it, I demanded, I said, it's got to have people other than me, the people that have brought us to this point in time. And there's pictures of the crews down through the years. There's pictures of my wife and my two sons holding the axe. Yeah. We may not have that opportunity after tonight unless some things change in a hurry. But it's always about serving other people. And at the Mentors Breakfast this morning, that was the topic of conversation.
Yes, sir.
Serving other people. And you and so many others, the Pools, do that. And so I got to ask you, as we go to a break, what's next for the city of Dennison?
Well, maybe Rosie. You have a good idea there. Maybe we'll light her up. But
I would die with a smile on my face if we could get a uniform on jersey. Yeah, that would be.
But we just have to keep pulling together as a community. We're growing, and the growing pains are stressful and expensive. We've battled inflation, and that's not always easy. But as a community, we always tend to pull together and do the best with what we have and make our community even greater. And I'm just so proud to be a part of it and have a chance to help lead the community and have a chance to know people like Robert and Patty Poole. It's just,
and people like Robert, Crawley and Mrs.
But I'm just a piece in the puzzle. But we're just totally blessed, Lynn. Think about our schools. Think about our teachers.
In a few weeks we're going to have a 40th anniversary celebration here on homecoming for the 1984 state championship team, and I'm pretty sure Marty Criswell is going to be here. I have only one bone to pick with Marty as we go to a break. He coined this iconic, famous statement, "It's great to be a Yellow Jacket." The only thing I might add to it is it's great to be a Dennison Yellow Jacket.
Yes, sir, it is.
I love this community too. Robert Crawley, the mayor of Dennison, Robert and Patty Poole, and your family, thank you so much for what we were able to experience today. We are at halftime. We're going to take a break. It is 24-7. Jackets with a lot of work to do in the 126th Battle of the Axe. We're back after this on 93.1.
All right, you are clear.
Well, a year ago, the Yellow Jackets administered a good old-fashioned whooping over at Bearcat Stadium, 42-0 shutout. It was the second largest margin of victory for the Yellow Jackets ever in this series. The Yellow Jackets really, it was a little bit of a close game at halftime, 14-0. Sherman did have an opportunity or two that they were unable to cash in on. A couple of fumbles certainly did not help their cause, and the Yellow Jackets just had a third quarter for the ages and did all the rest of the scoring in the third quarter. Why do I bring that up? Because they need the same thing tonight. They need a third quarter for the ages. If they don't get that, then they may have to relinquish the axe for the first time in 11 years. And you knew that it was going to happen eventually, and you knew that it would be painful when it did happen, and it's going to be really painful here at your own home turf. You've got a lot of pride to try and salvage right now and climb back in this one.
Well, 24 points by the Bearcats in the first half, 7 for the Yellow Jackets. Just go out and match their 24, and you're going to come out winners if you can keep them to just 7.
Tell you what, Pete Dion
That's math right there.
There
Kyle.
you go.
That is math. Go ahead.
Pete Dion is our sideline reporter, and Pete, the Yellow Jackets seem fired up. You know, at the end of the day, Pete, all you can do is go out and give your best, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, we just we get this ball here in this half, and I mean, let's play.
Well, they're going to get the ball. They will begin the second half of play, Kyle. And by the way, your Sooners are up 35-0.
Yes, Mr. Ed Meacham could be the sponsor there. He sent me a text to let me know about my Sooners. Appreciate it, Big Ed.
Yeah, Mr. Ed, you know, just absolutely. Yellow Jackets come storming back on the field. Looks like a lot of energy there. We still do not have an answer on Gavin Mandrell. He is there looking somewhat dejectedly on. Again, it does not appear as bad from a visual standpoint as maybe we feared when he came off the field, because even though he's got crutches and he's obviously not coming back tonight, he is putting a little bit of weight on it, and he's kind of walking around gingerly. I don't know if it's an ankle, knee, or even something else, and we'll find out from Brent Whitson after the game is over with. But Ty Rhodes warming up, and Brent wasted, he minced no words, fellas. Ty's got to step up as the senior quarterback here in this game if we're going to have a chance to win it.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting that, well, not interesting that he said it, but it's just some true words. You got to find your senior leaders, and that shapes usually these first few ball games, but you're going to need to call on it this second half.
Look, in no way are we saying that Ty Rhodes
No.
bears any responsibility for the score on the scoreboard. This is a team thing. He just had a few one-hoppers in that could have been first downs and weren't. And you've got to complete some passes and get some runs. And, you know, Thomas Rendon thought he had an interesting first half, but it was not, you know, there weren't any big runs. And they've got to find a way to get some creases and utilize his speed. I'm not sure we're going to see Lathan Bailey the rest of the way after the chest contusion kind of thing you were describing, because they cannot probably win if he goes down or Roman Henderson goes down at linebacker. That would just be a devastating night for that defensive unit. So they are definitely in rally time. Put the rally caps on, circle the wagons, whatever you want to say about it. You know, as I pointed out, I mean, it is possible that you can still win by not scoring on this opening drive. I think they proved that 2 years ago. In fact, they didn't score on their opening 2 drives 2 years ago, but you don't have much wiggle room. You got to keep Sherman out of the end zone, and you got to begin to chip away at this thing to get back in it.
Jackets figured out a way 11 times, and several times in that streak, they figured out a way to come back to even being behind, so that's what they got to do with this one.
What we need more than anything are a bunch of Jeff's Auto Sales scoring drive recaps for the Yellow Jackets here in the second half.
That sounds good.
If you can make it a tale of 2 halves, who knows?
Let's put Kyle to work.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you know, he
easy
just,
now, whatever you're about to
he
say.
He just takes it easy in that new role he's got. I mean, he's kind of the boss, you know.
See badly right here. Let's see if Sherman does something. Sometimes this is not a bad big rival game, but onside kick right here.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm thinking the same thing. You got to watch the onside. Because again, you lost 11 years. What do you have to lose at this point? They're winning, and they're not going to do that. They said, Bearcat, you don't know what you're talking about. New guy in to return kicks. We'll check the numbers. Same result, though. They pinched him to the sideline, and he is pushed out of bounds after getting across the 20. That return man, it was Shandon Love for the Yellow Jackets. He is a sophomore.
You're right on that kickoff. It's the same every time.
Same place. It doesn't matter who's back there.
Pinch them off right down here.
And there's really nothing you can do about it, I suppose, except try to break through that wall that they're forming there to pinch you towards the sideline. It's it's very smart football. And the kicker is able to put the ball in the same place again and again and again. First down at 10, 24-7. Jackets trailing big and go to 126. Lots of work to do. This is going to be a handoff. Thomas Rendon breaks the tackle, scoots forward. Nice gain after it looked like he was going to get stopped for no gain. A little second and third effort by Thomas Rendon. I mentioned the speed. I don't think I got to finish 3 camp times, including, I believe, 2 at the TCU football camp in the last 2 summers. 4.36, 4.38, and 4.39. He's got some wheels.
That's fast.
It's that would be my time in the 10-yard dash. Ty Rhodes in trouble, in jail, sacked, big sack, loss in the backfield. And second down and short will turn into third down and long.
Yeah, that was if he was any way he could have gotten rid of it, it would have been nice if he could, but he was just wrapped up as soon as he tried to scramble.
And he is he's bending over. He's acting like he's not feeling all that well because he got gang tackled. And I mean, that would be absolute disaster for the Yellow Jackets to lose Ty Rhodes. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. High snap, but he hauled it in. He's getting back to pass. Here comes the heat. He steps away from the pressure. He's at the 15, directing traffic, running, trying to get the first down, and he can't quite get there. It was a nice run, a nice decision on his part. It had the opportunity to work out, but he got pinched to the sideline and stopped short, and it will be punting time once again.
The biggest thing he did there is got him back out of that hole where they got a chance to maybe get this downfield. We got a new kicker here. 36. Landon Sylvester, senior.
Yep, making his back at the 38-yard line. The main thing there is you kick it nowhere near him, because he is a dangerous return man. 4th down, Sylvester boots it to the near side. It's a spiraling kick, takes a bit of a Dennison roll, then continues across the 40 and dies as Darion Vaughn fields it at the 36 or maybe even the 35-yard line. It'll be between the two.
That was 34, Grayson McGee.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Virginia.
So maybe right there is a concession. We cannot afford to get Ty Rhodes hurt at all. And maybe they've got to go away from Rhodes holding and Rhodes punting. At least for the duration of tonight. I don't know.
That was a good result in that kick. That wasn't bad at all.
No, it wasn't. Gave them a little breathing room, but now here's the crux. The Yellow Jackets have to find a way to stop the Bearcat offense.
You got to stop and I think figure out a way to get a turnover or score.
24-7, 10-24 remaining in the third quarter. Micah Hunt left side. This is going to be a handoff. Bowen, he broke out. Jerkavian Hughes, rather, and he is sprinting 50, 45, 40, down the sideline, 30, wrestled hard out of bounds near the 23-yard line. They had him corralled. He stepped through a couple of tackles that looked to be bringing him down, and he galloped to the outside and got a big Charles Holder Progressive Insurance first down, and the Bearcats on the march with a big play on their first carry of the second half. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. And this is going to be Orr. He's going to throw Micah Hunt. He catches it. He is stood up and steer, what's the saying?
I have no
bum wrestle, like you do a steer to the turf. Is they literally stood him up almost like a cowboy. When he lassos the calf and dismounts the horse, he picks him up and turns him over and throws him down. But it's still a big gain of 7, 2nd and 3. 2 receivers right, 1 left. This is going to be a throw over the middle, and that was a hot throw that was high. One of the few times tonight that we've seen Orr misfire.
Micah Hunt, he stumbled a little bit on that cut. He's kind of going down, still trying to get a hand up,
You know what it was? It was just the Michael Irvin slant is all it was.
Yeah.
And he was saying, my bad, my bad. Really, the throw was a little hot and high. I don't know if he would have caught it even if he had stayed on his feet. But here's the handoff to Kavian Hughes, and he is going to be bottled up and stopped at the 16-yard line. It's going to be 4th down, and they will try the field goal to make this a 27-7 advantage, giving them a 3-score lead after the first series of the second half. Now, you know, there was a play that turned the game, and it was a block kick. If you could block one here and run it back the other way.
Well, earlier, Shannon Love, he came so close and he didn't even lay out. I think if he'll lay out right here, he's got a good opportunity.
Now the Bearcats appear to have shored that edge up a little bit with their blocking scheme. The ball will be spotted at the 23. It'll be a 33-yard effort. Already Mendoza has been good. It's blocked. It is blocked, and the Yellow Jackets will dodge the bullet and take over in Bearcat territory, but they dodged the bullet on the block, and I believe it was Love that came roaring around the corner like you mentioned.
Yeah, it was. I can't believe they go. He goes unblocked. They go inside and just think that he can't get there.
It looked like they had stood a man up on the edge to basically be a spy on him coming, and he either did not see him or whiffed. I didn't see what happened there, but he came roaring around the edge, and there was never a question when he got around the edge what was fixing to happen. It hit him in the gut.
Yeah, he still didn't die for it. He got to it.
I think he was trying to catch it and go the other way, just like a radio announcer suggested. 3 receivers to the near side. Dennison moving left to right. Rhodes is going to throw it quickly. It's going to be caught out in the flat, trying to get upfield and getting to the 25, maybe the 26. Short gain on that one. Trying to see who that receiver was for the Yellow Jackets. I almost said Gavin Mandrell, but it was obviously not Gavin Mandrell. We've got some new faces in there. 3 receivers. Rendon, the running back, and he is going to get the handoff. He comes near side, gets to the 30, turned around and dropped at the 33-yard line, and that's going to be enough, I believe, for the first down by just a step.
That last catch, Brandon Douglas.
Brandon Douglas, yeah, he is going to be an electrifying player this year, no doubt. Already has had a couple of big moments here tonight. But Thomas Rendon moves the sticks. Charles Holder, Progressive Insurance, first down call. He gets to give again. No, that is not Rendon, I believe. I believe somebody else. Is it?
Yep.
Okay, he thought somebody else snuck in there, and he weaved his way forward through traffic. Got 3, maybe 4 yards. Tough, hard-nosed running in traffic.
It sure was. He got his feet kind of slipped out from underneath him. I noticed just now he's got different shoes than anybody else.
7:45 to go in the third quarter. 24-7, Sherman leading. Dennison after the block, field goal.
No.
Bad snap. Rhodes is having to scramble for the ball, and he gets on it at the 20. That's the second time tonight.
Yeah, but
that was unfieldable on him. That was not on him. And what a tremendous blow.
You got something going, a few plays moving in the right direction.
You had second and 7.
Yep.
And I tell you what, second down has been a bugaboo for the Yellow Jackets tonight.
25 now.
Yeah, he was fortunate to get on that ball.
He was.
That was nearly a scoop 6.
Big play. They got to have it.
They got to have something. They're going empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Rhodes has it. He's back to pass. Pressure circles around him from behind. He is going to be able to get it thrown, and it's going to be almost picked off. There was a receiver in the vicinity, but the throw, Ty was going against the body and had to uncork it. It would have been enough for the first down, but it falls incomplete, and the Yellow Jackets will have to kick it away.
And he threw a fastball there. He was trying to squeeze it in.
That was his best pass of the night.
It was. He was just trying to make something happen like we'd asked him to, and man, he put a line drive on that guy.
Yeah, and I believe it was Douglas in the neighborhood. He had a chance to come back and make a play on the ball. Just couldn't get there in time. The Bearcat defender did get a hand on it, but never really was close, I didn't think, to intercepting it.
I can't get the punters on the right.
McGehee,
I think it's 36 now that I looked at it.
standing at his 5. He gets a free uncontested kick, and it's going to take a bit of a Dennison roll across the 50, across the 45, gets just across the 40, and dies at the 39-yard line.
It is Landon Sylvester. These numbers are tough, and plus, I just have to say, I'm 53. My eyes don't work like they used to. I promise you that.
So what are you saying there, Lance?
I'm saying that I can't tell between a 4 and a 6 there sometimes.
Well, the Yellow Jackets were able to get a bit of a defensive hold, and they got a big special teams play to keep Sherman off the board. But we're halfway through the third quarter, and the score is still 24-7 as the Jacket offense just continues to struggle against that Sherman defense. And, you know, Jay Lindley, to his credit, he said he thought that was the strength of Sherman's football team was their defense coming. They did bring in 6 players back on that side of the ball, and they're playing great tonight. First down at 10 for the Bearcats. Caleb Orr, the quarterback, he's gone the distance. 2 touchdown passes on the night. He's going to throw it out wide. It's going to be caught by Kobe Ray Short on the screen, and he's going to get 5, maybe 6 yards. It was a good block. Late flag coming in, and I'm telling you, this has been a chippy game from the word go.
I'm sure it's going to be on the Yellow Jackets. Get a flag on their sideline like that. Wait to see what the call is. They're having a discussion. Maybe it's both.
It's going against Sherman, I believe. He signaled in their direction.
Sure did.
He's coming up to the umpire, the referee is, and Sherman is beginning to retreat.
Personal foul.
Yep, it is against the Bearcats. I'm telling you, it's been a chippy game tonight, and it's one of those that could get ugly if the officials don't stay on top of it. There's a lot of emotion tonight on both sides.
Big play by the defense here. Now you've got them backed up. See if you can't pin them even further back. Turnover is what I've been calling for.
Second down and 20 after the mark-off. Clock at the 6:37 mark, and it will roll. Jackets crowd the line of scrimmage. It looks like they're coming. Here's Orr. He's going to take it out of the gut of Hughes, and he slides and got hit, and he's slow to get up. He got hit like in the thigh or knee area on that slide. He's hopping around a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Bearcats would be equally in trouble if they lost their quarterback, Caleb Orr. Senior, and he threw for over 1,700 yards a year ago. He gave them an opportunity to win a few ball games that it didn't work out. Their 3-7 record. He's going to fake the handoff. Here comes the heat, and they got him. And they're going to tackle him and sandwich him down around the 31-yard line. It's going to go down as a sack, and they will punt the football away. Is this the first time tonight they've punted?
Second.
Second time. Did not give you stats at half, but they were a little bit lopsided, as Kyle mentioned. And we've got a stoppage in play. Not sure what that's about.
Reset on the clock, but I'm also not sure about maybe. Looking at the crowd down to the bottom end.
They're signaling to us, but I mean, these are the 2 radio crews. That's down there. The official and Brent Whitson are signaling directly to us.
No, they're exactly right. You guys, come on. Fix it.
What?
Fix it.
What do we fix? No, you're saying we have the power?
Yes.
Pete, I wouldn't do it with Coach Woodson, but I might go down there and find an assistant and tell them they're signaling directly to the 2 radio booths.
I'm not doing that.
All right.
Smart man.
Go get it. Come on.
Give me a signal.
Yellow Jackets had that idea, but couldn't get there.
Oh, no.
Disaster strikes.
Jackets may get lucky here. Come on.
Disaster struck.
They got it back.
They got lucky.
Wow.
The return man came running up to take a low line drive kick, and it was just I'm not even going to tell you who the young man was because it was not the right decision on that one. And it hit his fingertips. He couldn't even get to the ball, but he touched it, and it went bounding back down the field towards the goal line. It wasn't going to make it there, but it was around the 35. And Sherman had 3 or 4 jerseys around that football and somehow didn't come away with it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You're trying to make a play.
Sure.
And trying to get back in this one. No fault there, but you just can't. There's certain things you can't try to make a play on. This is going to be a handoff. I don't know if that's Rendon. Not sure who it is.
I believe it was.
Nothing doing. No game. And again, Sherman has just dominated the offensive line for Dennison tonight.
Well, they get more and more confidence each minute that goes by, and they're starting to stack the line, stack the box. We've had a lot of years we've talked about that, and they're just getting closer and closer and closer to that line of scrimmage.
Well,
That's Bailey out there, by the way.
There's a lot of hands on the hips, and you know, Brent Whitson talked about conditioning and said the Yellow Jackets are conditioned. I've watched them in practice. I believe they are. Sometimes you put your hands on your hips when you're frustrated too. This is going to be second down. It's going to be Lathan Bailey, and he is going to weave his way to the near sideline. It was a bit of a jet sweep, and he is going to weave his way and then turn it up. He gets to the 38. It's going to set up third down and about 4 or 5 to go. The clock is moving along in the third quarter. That's good news for the Bearcats, not good news for the Yellow Jackets at the moment, as they have quite a deficit. 4 minutes and 20 seconds and counting in the third quarter. Big third down play here. Bailey is going to get the pitch. No, that's Rendon. He's going to get to the outside 40, finds the first down for Charles Holder, bowls his man over, lowers his shoulder, and gets to the 50-yard line and moves the sticks for the first time in a little while. And while I don't know if he's going to get to 100 tonight, Rendon beginning to stack a few nice carries in one.
That was the best carry I think he's had.
He's got 78.
So he may get to 100 before we're done. A little bit of a high snap again. Play fake by Rhodes. He's going to fire it over the middle, and it's
still low. Yeah.
It was not a one hopper.
No.
But the Brandon Douglas slid to the ground. I thought from my initial vantage point he caught it, but then I saw the ball. He either didn't hang on to it or was right on the ground.
Yeah, that was Harper. Cedric Harper.
So Harper checking into the game as a wide receiver. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. This is going to be second down. Rhodes is going to call his own name, and he's just bottled up and dropped after a 1-yard gain. The run game, other than Thomas Rendon bouncing it outside, has just really not been there tonight.
You're right. It was on the last one. It was not Harper. That's my number thing.
Brandon Douglas.
Yep.
It's your eyes.
It's my eyes. Sorry. I've got glasses on, but it's still not happening.
Yeah, I've got a big 10-by-42 pair of Maven binoculars over here. I may have to let you have them next week. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, 3rd and 9. Play fake. Rhodes is back. He wants to throw it. He's going down the sidelines, and there was bumping and grinding along the boundary, and the receiver could not quite catch up to it. That was Darion Vaughn. He did have a step on the defender, but Ty did not one-hop that one. He strong-armed it to the end zone.
Strong-armed it. He threw that thing 55, 58 yards.
He did. That was a heck of a pass, no doubt about it. Pete, we're coming down to you. After this punt, we're coming down to you, and we're going to talk about the longest-running sporting events in the United States. You mean it's not the Battle of the Axe?
It is not. Spoiler alert.
All right. 4th down and 9, and Sylvester is on to punt. I really think that somebody said we cannot risk our punter, our quarterback out there as punter any longer.
Are these going to be real sports, Pete?
That's debatable. We're going to have a little chat.
Okay.
We've got a stoppage in play. Yellow Jackets take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. We're going to talk to Pete about this. Longest running U.S. sporting event.
Okay, Lynn, I'm sure you're aware of what the longest running one is. Y'all know?
No.
It's your time, Pete.
Okay,
Tell us.
The U.S. Open.
No, the Kentucky Derby just ran the 150th race, right?
Yes,
1875. Yes. So second place is the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Does that count?
Wait.
No,
does that count?
Nope. Doesn't count.
Well, no, wait a minute. It depends on what kind of dog it is. If it's a hunting breed, a Labrador Retriever, or a German Shorthair like I've got, yes, it does count.
Okay.
If it's a poodle, no, it does not count.
Okay, all right. You said the U.S. Open, right, Lynn?
Yeah, it's playing in Flushing Meadows, New York
right
now.
They just did their 124th, right?
So, no, wait a minute. Next on the list, apparently, would be the Battle of the Axe, which is 126.
There's something. Well, okay. So if you want to talk years, I mean, America's Cup started in 1851, but they only do it every 3 or 4 years, right?
Okay.
So they've only done like 37 of them for some weird reason. Now the U.S. Open Tennis, this is going to be the 144th edition this year.
Okay.
So that's ahead too.
Here we go with Sylvester on for the punt. We'll come back to Pete in just a moment. Stands at his 40. It's a fake, and it's Ty, and he is flush. He's looking. He's throwing. He got his man. It's Rendon, and he is going to be tackled short of the yardage needed. I like the idea. I really do. You got to take a chance here.
Got a flag.
We do have a flag.
Got a chance that they roughed him a little bit there.
Personal foul.
Grounded. What?
No.
No, it is roughing the quarterback. Roughing the quarterback, which is a personal foul. Hand the Yellow Jackets a much appreciated Charles Holder Progressive Insurance hanky first down.
Man,
that's what we needed right there.
You sure did. Wow.
Brent Winston said, we got to take some chances. Let's roll the dice, fellas.
I like it.
I do too.
Well, I saw Ty.
They didn't come to lose this game either.
No. I saw Ty trot back out there for punter. I wasn't quite sure, but turned into that.
You could see it? You could see out there?
I did. I could tell it was Ty.
Looked at the Jumbotron.
I think that's the answer. He actually was looking at the Jumbotron. By the way, what another phenomenal job by YJTV. I'm telling you, the YJTV crew is the best in the high school business. I work for a professional media company, and they're almost as good or better than that. They are really, really good. And Victoria Brown, not Victoria, I've gone brain dead. Here we go on a reverse. This is going to be Isom. He gets to the 25, weaves outside, first down at the 20 or the 19, and the Jackets on the march. Victoria Lowe. Sorry.
Clock stops, 2:39. I'd like to see him score in this quarter. And then go get that Jacket full quarter.
Well, if they can get to 14, that's 10-point deficit. And it might make Sherman start sweating a little bit. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They've got a power eye look backfield. This is going to be a handoff. And that is going to be Bailey, maybe.
I can't tell.
Well, there's
it's
a bit of a,
it's Bailey.
There's
Bailey.
a bit of a glare down there off the turf and off the uniform.
Y'all are both
it is
making
Bailey.
excuses.
No.
We're just going to say football men the rest of the game.
No. I will never admit that I'm in the same boat that Lance Sandell.
You got the binoculars out now.
I do, and I find it's the first time tonight I've actually used them. Crowd cheering their troops on. 2nd down and 9, 2:06 and counting. In the third quarter, stacked receivers, 2 of them to the left, 1 man to the right. This is going to be a give. It's going to be Lathan Bailey. He's weaving his way through. The ball is loose. Sherman has recovered at the 5-yard line. They'll tackle the defender that scooped it up inside the 5-yard line.
Two flags are down.
Yeah, but that's
probably
holding. That is not going to negate a turnover, even if it's against the Bearcats. Some nights it's just not meant to be. And if you're a Yellow Jacket fan and it does not work out in the fourth quarter, you cannot be disappointed after 11 years of defeating your arch rival. I've told myself that all week because I'm disappointed if that's what happens. But Bailey was just simply trying to make his way to the end zone, and somebody reached in from behind and just popped the ball free. Offsetting penalty. So the ball will go over to Sherman at the 7-yard line.
The big thing is you do have them backed up here. This is a time maybe to 10 years back and just go get all in the business in that end zone. See if they can get a safety or push them on back to that area.
Pete, there's a vicious rumor about you, and quite frankly, it might be a job ender if it's true. We're going to come down to Pete Dion giving himself a chance to defend himself in a moment. 1st down and 10 after the turnover. Can't believe what my buddy Steve just texted me. This is going to be Caleb Orey's going to throw. It's going to be caught, tackled immediately, but a good gain, 7 yards. So my friend Steve McCraw, who played for the great Marty Criswell on the O-line, he says, fun fact, Pete Dion grew up a leisurely drive from the Hoosiers Gymnasium, ... and never has been.
I have not been to Knightstown, Indiana. No.
I have, and it is spectacular.
Ball's on the ground. Orr is in trouble.
There it is.
He's going to throw it out of the
Grounding.
end zone. That is grounding. Could be a safety as he was being.
They're going to give him forward progress, but nobody is looking at where he threw it. Nobody was
He
out
threw
there.
it being tackled in the end zone. And there was no one really in the vicinity
Now
wearing a white
they're
jersey.
Talking. Now they're talking. He said, come here. I want to know where that ball landed. But it's right at the hash. Ball was snapped, maybe not outside the tackle.
Can I make a counterpoint while we're waiting?
Yeah.
Ask him if he's been to 31 Indy 500s like I have. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
Now I have to tell you that Brother McCraw.
I can't see and you can't hear.
Brother McCraw, his daughter is a doctor in the Indianapolis area there in Indiana, so he frequents Indiana quite frequently because there's a couple of grandchildren up there. And I believe maybe the two of you have conversed about Indiana at some point. He knew that somehow. So they're in the end zone. Caleb Orr.
That was a penalty, right?
It was intentional grounding.
Okay.
That's a loss of
they've
down.
got it at the 1.
Loss of down. The ball is spotted at the 1 yard line. Brent Whitson seems happy with the explanation that he got.
Wallace has got to be loving this. This is where you just go get it.
Well, this is where you got to come up with that turnover you've been asking for. Orr's in the backfield. He's got one back and a whole lot of people around him. Low snap, he's going to hand it off. They run straight ahead. They did get it out of the end zone, but it is short of the 5 yard line at the 3, I believe. And they will have to punt the football away.
Got a punt with a 14 yard snap. You usually like to have 15 for that. So they'll be right at the back edge of the end zone.
Yellow Jackets need something big and good to happen here.
Need a bad snap.
They have been hanging around in this game in the third quarter. They have kept Sherman from scoring like they did 2 years ago. What they are missing thus far are the ignition points of like a block kick, hint, and some fourth quarter fireworks. 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter, so the Bearcats are going to get shut out in the third quarter. The punter is back. It's a one hop. They're coming. He just gets it away. Short kick. And it's going to take a big Sherman roll. It bounced at the 25, and it's going to roll all the way to the 49-yard line. But there was no way you could dare field it on that short kick.
No, not at all.
So a fortuitous break goes the way of the Bearcats.
So close to blocking.
They were very close, and it was a one-hopper into the punter, Mendoza. Actually, it's not Mendoza. I'm sorry. It was a one-hopper into the punter, and that is Drew Sandoval. Third time tonight, the Bearcats had the punt. Dennison starts in Sherman territory with 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter. First down and 10 from the 49-yard line, 24-7, Sherman leads. Dennison trying to climb back into this. Thomas Rendon, the running back. They've got a blocking H on the left side. It's going to be a give to Rendon. He comes near side, finds the lane, lowers his shoulder, across the 40. Another Charles Holder progressive first down called there as he gets 12 yards, and that takes him up near or beyond 90 yards.
He's going to have to come off. He's got a tweaked an ankle there. So did the Sherman player. What we've always seen, the cramps are starting.
Yeah, I'm not sure he tweaked an ankle or if he doesn't have a cramp right now.
I'm talking about the Sherman player definitely has one. He's got the calf.
Well, Rendon's laying down, and that's a cramp. And if you've ever had a Charlie horse in the middle of the night,
oh man,
imagine that in your calf or your thigh,
or
both.
Right.
I've seen some players lock up with cramps in the upper and lower part of the leg. That is not a pleasant thing. Roman Henderson has checked into the game. First down and 10, a Charles Holder first down call to the 37-yard line. Dennison has to score on this drive. This is Henderson weaving his way. Now he finds a lane outside, cuts it back to the middle, got to the 30, maybe to the 29. Nope, they'll say the 30, so it's going to be that second down and about 4 yards to go. And the Jackets have seen that distance to go a good bit tonight, and we have expired the third quarter. Dennison trying to climb back into this one. Sherman trying to deny them. We're coming back to the fourth and climactic fourth quarter. Somebody's going to win the axe. Who is it? Sherman for the first time in over 11 years, or will the Yellow Jackets continue their mastery? We're back for the fourth quarter after this. That probably will be a while before he comes back into the game. We're back. Thomas Rendon has hopped up trying to walk the cramp off. Helmet is off. You can tell it's still hurting. Dennison, they got to score right now on this drive. Second down, 4 yards to go. Roman Henderson is the running back. He is going to get the give. He's going to weave, and there's a whistle and a stoppage in play. I'm telling you, second down has been the Achilles heel of the Yellow Jackets tonight.
Yeah, they've
not just second down and short.
That's what I mean. They've had second and short several times, and snap over the head, or just like this, a penalty to back it up.
Yeah, and it's not been just one thing. There's been the snap over the head. There's been incomplete passes. There's been a couple of penalties, including this one. And 2nd and 4 is now 2nd and 9. Again, you score here and there's a chance. You don't score here and the Bearcats start to begin to believe they're going to win this thing. 2nd down and 9. 2 receivers wide to the left. 1 receiver wide to the right. Roman Henderson is the running back. Ty Rhodes is going to step up to his line, change the play, checked out of the play. 2 seconds on the play clock. He just gets the snap, hands it off to Henderson. He broke the tackle at the line of scrimmage. He gets across the 30, nearly gets the first down yardage. He'll be a yard short, and it's 3rd down and 1. How many times have we seen that?
I know it.
Tonight?
I thought he had it easily on the first down.
Here we go, 3rd down and 1. 4 down territory for the Yellow Jackets. Henderson gets it, weaving, pushes forward. He got it. Charles Holder first down through just pure brawn. That was a Jack Oliver special right there. He grabbed a hold of Jackson Bridges' belt and said, go. I'm hanging on for dear life. 1st down and 10. 11:26 remaining in regulation or the game. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a flag. Somebody lined up wrong.
Is that substitution?
Substitution infraction, maybe?
No,
now he's saying, okay.
You know, the one thing that just really worried me about this contest is Sherman is clearly a better football team than they were a year ago. And their receivers really scared me, and I didn't know about their running game. And I've said for years, the team that wins the running game wins the game, and right now they're winning the running game. This is going to be Rhodes. He's going to hand it off to Bailey. Bailey's going to spun around and dropped after a short gain, and they pummel him. Could have been maybe a penalty there. There's still, I'm telling you, this is one of the chippiest games I've seen in a good while. I understand the Bearcats' frustration. Dennison had lost for 11 years. I'd be frustrated too. They sent their sharks circling, smelling blood in the water.
I feel like they need to get up tempo or something on Sherman. They talked about that a little bit prior to this game, that they were going to go up tempo, and I haven't really seen that tonight. And that's also because rhythm hasn't really ever gotten in there.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. This is going to be a play fake. Rhodes is back, has plenty of time, dancing, looking, and now he's being chased, and now he's in trouble, and he's just simply going to uncork it to the Sherman sideline. And by getting it out of bounds, he avoids the.
Now they want grounding.
Which
He's saying I'm outside the tackles, but you threw across
I feel
that
like
way.
I feel like it is grounding. Yeah, there's a flag.
Yeah, I would say he was not outside of the tackle boxes.
Well,
He didn't want to say that, but
the thing is, he threw across. If he throws over here, I think he gets the call. He doesn't
here's the bottom line at this point in time. And I've been frustrated over these 11 years that every time the other side of this thing has won, there's been a reason why they didn't win.
Right.
It's been a reason in the paper, on the TV, and their social media chatter. It was never that the Yellow Jackets were the better team.
Right.
So I'm just going to go out and say it, and I'll say it after the game that they hang on to win. So far, Sherman is clearly the better team tonight.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
This is not about penalties. It's not about anything.
No.
It's about they have outplayed Dennison.
Yeah. Well, they've won where the trenches. We've talked about that. They've run the football. We haven't stopped it yet. There's been points where we have.
And I'm going to be honest, they really haven't thrown the ball like I thought they might tonight because they've been far more successful on the ground. It's 3rd down and forever, and this is going to be a quick throw. It's going to go to Darion Vaughn, 40, 35, pushing to the 31. Stop there, and it's going to be 4th down, and the Jackets are clearly going to have to go for it with 9:45 and counting in the game. And they failed to score on this drive, and it's not over. A la Plano East, but it's certainly trending in that direction.
I've been waiting for you to call Darion's number. He's a big target out there, and big things.
Here we go.
This year
One of the biggest plays so far in the game for Dennison. They've got to have this to have a chance to climb back in it. 2 stacked receivers to the right, 2 stacked receivers to the left. Here is a play fake to Lathan Bailey. He's blocking. Rhodes is running, directing traffic to the right side. He sidesteps the heat, and he got tackled well short of the 1st down marker, and that's a case where you have to take a chance right there because you're not going to get the 1st down, and you just got to cork one towards a yellow jersey and hope, right?
Yeah, I do that, or you just plant your foot in the ground and go for it on a run. But if you get out there trying to decide to run, throw.
There is a flag on the field. Of course there's a flag on the field, and the Yellow Jackets don't appear to be celebrating.
It's on the 1st down, he just said. They must have picked it up.
Well, the flag is still laying at the 32-yard line. So with 9:06 to go, it's miracle time. They got to come up with some kind of a big play defensively.
Where do you see the flag? Is it still there?
No, somebody picked it up.
Okay.
Maybe it was just a towel. Yeah. 1st down and 10 for the Bearcats, and I'm pretty sure they simply want to grind the clock now with 9:06 to go.
Sure, good running.
Between their first fifth,
they're
going to throw it out. Of course, they're going to throw it, and that's why they're going to throw it. Foot race down the sidelines. Micah Hunt, good night and goodbye. Good night to the Battle of the Axe, number 126, because that is probably a backbreaker for the Yellow Jackets. It was just a quick hitch to the sideline, and man, there are 2 Yellow Jackets down on the field hurt right now. It was a quick hitch, and Colby Ray Short, I believe, was over there. I think he's the one that sprung it with a big crushing block, I believe, on the young man that's down. And when Micah Hunt sidestepped that block, it was simply a foot race to the end zone, and he won it.
The Yellow Jacket that dove at him, he hurt himself doing the dive, so that I think he's got looks like a cramp again.
Well, again, the Bearcats have just simply outplayed the Yellow Jackets tonight. They had a good game plan. They executed it.
We didn't have any of our staff over there when he was down. That was all the Sherman staff working on it, even their trainers. He was cramping up. We never went over there. And all of them, that was nice of them.
So with 8:52 remaining in the game, Sherman has broken it open to a 23-point advantage. And the PAT will make it 24. And, I called the game on the first play of the 4th quarter last year after Jack Alleman went 34 yards up the field for the final score of the game. And I don't know that there's going to be another score in this one the rest of the way.
Yeah.
The PAT is up, and it is good, and it's 30-7. It's a Bearcat, not a runaway maybe in the same sense Dennison did a year ago, but it's trending in that direction. We're back after this in 93-1. The air has been let out of this stadium. The reason that the coaching staff and trainers ignored the player 30, 40 yards downfield is
he just had a cramp.
We have a seriously injured Yellow Jacket. They have brought
the stretcher out there for sure. Just take all the precautions they can.
I'm a little emotional. I witnessed something broadcasting 30 years ago that I prayed I would never see again. I'm not suggesting that's what we're seeing here, but the stadium is completely silent. Half the coaching staff, the training staff for both teams, and paramedics are at the 29. This is a potentially devastating injury timeout for the Yellow Jackets. We're going to take a timeout, try to recoup some of our emotions at the moment. We'll be back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a great time to say prayer. Let's give each other a big round of applause.
We're back with a reminder that football is ultimately only a game. The good news is the injured Yellow Jacket, and we don't actually know who it is. We could not ever see a jersey number, and we wouldn't say who it was anyway. But he did raise his thumb up, but he was backboarded, and they took his face guard off.
Yeah, well, our thoughts and prayers are with him. I can tell you that right now, even though we don't know what number.
No doubt. No doubt.
That young man.
So the Yellow Jackets go back to work. It's so hard after these types of injuries, or even potential injuries. It may turn out that was a stinger, precautionary type stuff. But boy, did it look rough for a few moments. Here's the PAT attempt by Mendoza to try to make it 31-7 and a 24-point lead. Snap is back, kick is up, and it's good. 8:52 to go in the game. The Sherman Bearcats are on their way to exercising their demons in the Battle of the Axe series. They're trying to wrestle the Axe back after not having it for 11 years. They're well on their way with a 31-7 lead in the fourth. We're back after this on 93.1. God, what a devastating night. Not just the game. That's meaningless. I mean, how do we lose? You know, football is a game of next man up. It's also a game of overcoming adversity, and the Yellow Jackets are learning and growing tonight in both departments. Here we go with 8:52 remaining in the game. There's a 24-point lead for Josh Alleman and the Sherman Bearcats. Mendoza is going to spin this one. It's going to be taken. I'm not sure who that is. It's at the 5, 10, 15, 20. The same thing, same side of the field, same place on the field, same result. They get out to the 25, 30-yard line, and it's over. They took the return game away from the Yellow Jackets tonight.
All night. It's never gotten past the 30.
And again, I really don't know how you combat that. If the kicker can continually put the ball on that spot,
right.
It's not a player thing either, because there have been different players in that position than there is now. We think we understand maybe now who was injured, but I'm not even sure who that was on the return.
That was low.
So it's not we're kicking to this guy because we think he's the weak link. They're taking the return game away. Yellow Jackets come out with Thomas Rendon back in the game. He's probably close to 100 yards tonight. And he's going to get the give. Nope, this is Rhodes. He's going to sling it. And there was just miscommunication between he and his receiver, Brandon Douglas. And Douglas ran a go route, tied through a comeback route, and it falls incomplete in the 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think he expected him to curl around there is what he was telling me, but it didn't happen. He went downfield hot.
Well, Douglas is a sophomore, and he has loads of talent and potential. But there's always a learning curve for every football player, particularly a sophomore playing at the varsity level. Here's Rhodes back on a play fake to Rendon. He's going to throw it. It's going to be caught Douglas. He spins nicely and got away briefly from the defender and was able to get the first down for the first time in a little while. A Charles Holder first down. It was Alonzo King on the coverage, but a nice move by Brandon Douglas.
Did not get it.
Okay, he's like an inch short.
Third. Now he's calling for it. Hang on. We can't do
Rose
that.
is going to play fake to Rendon. He's going to dance. He's going to throw. Caught. First down this time. And dropped at the 45. Ball popped free. But the official is saying it's down. Official came running in and forcefully doing his hand and saying, nope, he was down before it popped free. So the Bearcats would have scored had that not been the case.
It was a completion.
Yes.
So the clock will stop briefly to set the change. It's another Charles Holder Progressive Insurance first down call. We've neglected to give you Jeff's auto sales scoring drive recaps in the second half. We're going to give you one. Yep. We're going to give you one in just a second, and unfortunately it's not in the direction that we would hope. 3 receivers left, 1 right, a little bit of a high snap, play fake again, flag on the play, Rhodes dancing, rushing, looking. Now he's going to cork it down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. He was definitely outside the tackle boxes that time. Or tackle box. How about a Jeff's Auto Sales Scoring Drive Recap.
This scoring drive recap is brought to you by Jeff's Auto Sales. Visit them on the web at jeffautosales.texas.com. In the fourth quarter, 8:52 on the clock. Only one play, 9 seconds ran off the clock. 73 yards, or to Micah Hunt. The PAT was good by Mendoza. Sherman goes up 31-7.
I will say this about the Yellow Jacket defense in the second half. That's the only score of the second half at all by either team. The defense really did dial down a little bit. They bent a couple of times, and they definitely survived the field goal attempt with the block. But they played much better in the second half. There's no doubt about that. But Sherman had done enough in the first half already, and they padded their lead with one score. High snap, Rhodes got it, and there's just nobody open. He's being chased, and he's going to try to shovel pass it forward, and he has run hard to the wall. And it's going to be third down. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not sure what has been the difference tonight for the Bearcats. Is it the defensive front or the offensive line?
That's a tough question because the old line for sure the first half, they were running the football and had really no problem with it.
They've really backed away from a lot of what they were doing in the first half. They seem to be trying to just run the clock right now. I think they sense they're going to win the game. And it's going to take a miracle at this point with 7:45 left. Play fake. Rhodes standing, flat face looking. He just can't find anybody. And he's being chased. He gets free. And now he's going to have to uncork it. He throws a comeback route and knocked out of bounds. Could have been a flag there. There was not. And it will be incomplete. And the Yellow Jackets, they got to go for it here if they have any chance of winning the game. But I think they're going to kick it, which may be a concession on their part. I don't know.
I was just gassed. Running all over the place.
I mean, he stood there on those three plays for like 5 seconds each time. There was no one open downfield. So maybe it's the secondary for the Bearcats that deserves the kudos.
Well, they're dropping everybody.
Well, they're definitely dropping them now.
Yeah, there's only 3 men rushing.
I mean, there were 5 Yellow Jackets desperately trying to find an open patch of green turf, and they were just getting gobbled up. Very impressed with the improvement that Josh Holloman has brought to the Sherman program. And now we're going to have a timeout. Pete, we're going to keep it here. Pete, let's talk superstitions.
All right. Well, this one's going to be a hot potato, Lynn, because this really is a question for you. So do you have any superstitions when it comes to Yellow Jacket football games? Like, what do you have to do? You have to go a certain way, come into the stadium. You have to, what do you got?
You got a path.
He doesn't have time. He doesn't have time to talk about all this.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly can't think of one. I know I've got several, but I can't think of one. I'm a little discombobulated myself at the moment. So
I understand.
But I do have several. I got to have the charts my way. Here's the punt by Sylvester. It was a bit of a sideways snap, and he had to dance to get the ball and then punt it. Takes a decent roll, gets across the 40, and gets down at the 36.
Did you say the charts your way?
Yeah, like Jay sends me the charts for Sherman, and they're done.
Oh, then
but they don't look like mine.
I got you.
And they got to look like mine, and partly because they got to look like mine, and partly because I'm afraid that if they don't look like mine, I might be the guy that causes us, the disturbance in the force.
Force, yeah.
My pastor, John Mady at Joshua's Crossing last night, we had a discussion about this, and he just kept shaking his head again and again and again. He goes, Lynn, I can't believe this. I could think of them last night. I can't think of them right now.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm still waiting for my peanut butter fudge, though.
What happened
just for the
to
record.
that?
Well, you know what?
Uh-oh.
I know.
That's one of the superstitions, and it's sitting in my refrigerator right now.
Oh.
Because
I think that's on purpose. He's going to hog all that.
No.
It's not coming to Decatur.
I thought this morning, don't forget Gloria Davidson's fudge, Mrs. D's fudge, because we've won every time she's brought it.
Well, it's in the
and
fridge.
I didn't bring it, and so this is on me. I think that's what Pete's trying to say there.
No, I'm just saying I didn't get any fudge. I'm just,
Somebody didn't get a picture with the axe. So.
Oh.
Well, that's right.
That's right.
That's another one. Okay, we have a superstition. We go up as a crew, and we did with Ed Meacham, and we go every year after we won it in 13, and we get our picture made. Originally, it was for an ad in the program.
Correct.
And then when the ad kind of was no more, we just thought, hey, we kept winning, and we're sure not about to change it now. There's a hot blitz and a quick throw that's incomplete, and it's 3rd down and long for the Bearcats with 6:25 to go, and they're going to begin to dance and celebrate shortly. Their students already are. And as I said, if you're a Yellow Jacket faithful, you cannot be upset after an 11-game winning streak in a rivalry game. And you need to stick around and give these kids a big round of applause because they fought their guts out and they've played like you can't believe for 11 years against the Bearcats. There would be a bit of a changing of the guard tonight, but you knew it would happen sooner or later, and the Yellow Jackets did tie the series record for a streak. That was a handoff to Jerkavian Hughes, and he got nothing, and it'll be 4th down, and they'll be, I guess, forced to punt. Although we do not see the punting unit come in yet. They're letting the clock roll. They're going to call a timeout. That's what they're going to do. So, so somebody in this booth who goes by the name of Lance San Millan stood us up on our Axe photo the other day. Not really. He had a doctor's appointment.
I did.
And
it's a HIPAA violation.
Well, so I think the combination of the forgetting Gloria Davidson's fudge. And by the way, we're going to have a party Labor Day at my house. We're going to eat a bunch of fudge Labor Day, all right?
Okay.
And we're gonna cry our milk.
I brought some snickerdoodles. I did bring that back there.
Those are good.
Look,
I had some of those about 5 hours ago.
I will say this also, and if you're going to get mad at me for throwing the baby out with the bathwater, as the saying goes, with 5:36 to go in the 4th, it's 31-7. Barring, listen, if Dennison wins this game, Sherman just might as well quit. That's kind of where it's at right now. I said at one point during the streak that when we got beat, I wanted it to be not decisive, but definitely not because of something fluky or bad at the end, and just that they went out and outplayed us, and that's clearly the case tonight. And now Mendoza's coming in to punt.
It's a long time since I've seen the Jackets not have the big plays for this game, and I haven't seen that at all. I'd like to see a great punt return right here.
Shandon Love, one hopped in. Mendoza just gets it away, and it's going to bounce. And Love backed away from it like he was taught to do, but it takes a big roll, and here we go.
Well, look at that. That's some guys taking care of business, though.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets.
Making sure it doesn't happen.
There's a flag, and that should go
pretty good
against Sherman. Sherman's feeling it. Sherman's feeling their oats, as the saying goes. Can't say that I blame them, but you can't be chippy on either side. You can't say it's a friendly, classy rivalry and then not play that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
And both sides have said that this week.
Yep.
So Sherman is 5:21 away from winning their 5th. That's another thing you can't be disappointed about. Dennison will own a 17-5 record in the Axe games in the 21st century after tonight is over with. Sherman has only won the Axe 4 times in the 21st century. And unfortunately, as they're about to boom, them winning the Axe game could become a little more commonplace.
They called that penalty on us?
They sure did.
Yeah, I didn't see what they called it on. It looked like
it was a personal foul, but I thought it was on them.
5:21 to go in the game. Sherman 31-7 in the lead. Josh Holloman has reversed his fortunes in 12 months. Now they'll have to see if they can do it the remainder of their schedule. This is going to be Ty Rhodes rolling right, throwing it out. It's going to be caught by Corbin Johnson. He's tackled quickly after a 5 or 6 yard gain. He could not get to the boundary to stop the clock, and it will roll with 5:09. How many yards does Rendon have?
91, I believe.
Give it to Rendon and let him get 9 in 100.
He's not even out there.
No, he's not. And I guess ultimately they can't risk him, so that's the right call. Sure would like to have seen him get to 100.
His helmet's off.
Into the game right now is Isaiah Mendoza, and he gets the carry and runs forward for a first down. A Charles Holder Insurance Progressive first down call all the way out to the 25, clock at 4:40 and counting.
He just burst there. He's hard. He's hard to find, I believe. He doesn't look very tall, and he just burst through the seam.
So there were 2 injuries coming into the game, and one of the players that was expected to be in the mix, maybe even starting at running back, is not available tonight. And then injuries from the beginning, but that's not what caused this game to turn to the other way, and Rhodes is going to throw it. Easy money, Mr. Means, first career grab, and Charlie Means is not going to be happy because his beloved Yellow Jackets are going to lose tonight, but his son, Mr. Means, Easton Means, easy money as they call him, first career grab, and he gets a first down for Charles Holder as the clock winds at 3:56 and counting. Way to go, E. You know, one of the cool things over the years that had been watching E and Charlie warm up on the sidelines, nearly a pick 6. Thankfully, it was not. Ty Rhodes was trying to strong arm one end to Darion Vaughn, and the defender who's played quite a game tonight, I got to hand it to him, Alonzo King, he made a break on the ball and nearly picked it and housed it, and I believe it's him.
Our staff's working on it.
Yeah, there's a Bearcat player down on the field.
Our staff's working on it. He's got a cramp.
Yeah.
What is this last one?
Pete.
Yeah.
Didn't think that you would ever see it. Can't believe it happened. What on earth?
Yeah, so the 85th annual NCAA men's basketball tournament was this past March. Yeah, did you guys watch any of that? Did you see who was playing in that game?
I did. Unfortunately, not my Longhorns long enough.
Your Longhorns are not. There's some small little school from West Lafayette, Indiana that made the promised land.
Yeah, Purdue?
That's us, yes. How about that? I never thought I'd see us in a final. Last time we lost to Lou El Cinder. So
you had that 8'5" guy.
Second down and 10. Rhodes is going to cork it, and he one-hopped it, I think, Ian.
No, he caught it.
No, he caught it. I didn't think he caught it, and they ruled that a catch. And some of the ones I thought that had been caught, they ruled incomplete.
We did have that 8'5" guy, but unfortunately, I guess, you know, Danny Hurley is the greatest thing ever in the history of basketball. So you can't be UConn.
No, I'm not sure I would agree with that. I believe some guy from
a nice guy too. I love that
some
guy.
guy from North Carolina, I believe, is the nicest one. All right, now we have uncovered the real reason that this is not going to work out tonight. 3:02 and counting. Third down and short. Ty Rhodes is going to call his own number. He's got the first. He's got the 50. He's got the 45. Tackled hard from behind to the 44. I do mean tackled hard, and he is hurt. Oh,
I would get him out. I was thinking that too. Just get him out. You're handing the ball to people. I don't want to.
He reached for an area that hurts. His inner thigh right there above the knee.
Oh.
A little bit of a snap. He reeled it in. Now he's got it flush out of the pocket. He's dancing, looking, and he throws it away. I'm telling you, Ty's run 200 yards trying to find open receivers in the second half. So Ed Meacham tweets in, texts in, and he says the real reason that we're losing tonight is that Lance has now got gray hair, and the last time Sherman won, his biceps were 18 inches, and they're no longer 18 inches.
He said 19.
19, he did. Okay.
He did
and I do remember the infamous Facebook picture of you and Trey, the Beast Day, flexing your guns and trying to see who had the biggest sets of biceps.
I did.
Darion Vaughn on a comeback. He catches the ball, moves it 7 yards up the field with 2:12 to go. Clock is going to continue to run. Sherman's going to win this one. They're going to be 1-0. The Yellow Jackets are going to fall to 0-1. Sherman is moving to Thursday night in Prosper against Prosper Rock Hill. And I get to go with Chad Rowland and call that game for KMAB because Mr. Lindley's going to be calling Southeastern. And so I get to go call the Bearcats after they beat the Yellow Jackets before we play next Friday in Decatur. All right, high snap, but it's going to be handed off. It's going to be Mendoza again on the carry, and he got another Charles Holder first down. Gets to the 30-yard line. We're at 136. Sherman's sideline beginning to celebrate. The fans and the student section really beginning to celebrate, and it will grow It will grow very loud over there on that far sideline in just another minute and 24 seconds. Rhodes has it. He's going to step back to pass. He's looking. Now he's going to change direction for the second time. He's directing traffic. He runs totally across the field, and he's hit and bumped hard out of bounds with 1:08 to go.
Ed finished it off here.
He also said Jay Lindley was 5'2".
Yep.
And then he says,
he still is.
Oh, wait a minute, he still is. That's not true, Ed Meacham. That's trash talking. He's 5'6".
That's right.
I'm 5'10". What are you saying, Big Ed? People under 6 feet?
Ed's a giant. So
he is. He was my personal bodyguard.
Personal
Rhodes back
bodyguard.
to pass, corks it,
Woo, nice
caught, nice throw, better catch, and then tackled quickly and hard is Corbin Johnson. And the Bearcat that kept trying to give him a little extra business is slow to get up, and now does. That will be a Charles Holder Insurance first down and move the Yellow Jackets inside the 20 to the 15. 58 seconds to go when they wind the clock. Jackets just looking for some window dressing here. Sherman is going to win the 126th Battle of the Axe in decisive fashion. Can the Jackets dent the scoreboard one more time? Rhodes is back. Again, flush to the right. Again, looking, running, looking. He's going to throw it to the end zone, and it was caught. Was it in the end zone? No, it was out the back of the end zone. It was nearly 6. I believe that was Brandon Johnson. It was. And he just could not get to it and stay in bounds. It did stop the clock with 37 seconds remaining. And now the Bearcat cheerleaders and students and fans are really beginning to crank it up.
Oh, yeah.
And rightfully so.
Yep. Hey, we talked about it a while back. I think the whole class from kindergarten through went through without the axe.
High snap. Rhodes is going to throw it. It's going to be caught. It's going to be Brandon Johnson. Broke a tackle to the end zone. Spun and dropped. It'll be short of the end zone. It'll be first and goal, though, with 26 seconds remaining. No, it was short, so the clock is continuing to run with 20 seconds. The Jackets could stop it if they want to, but they're not. 15 seconds to go. One final play in Battle of the Axe 126. Rhodes is going to hand it Mendoza. He goes to the middle, dives to the left. Did he break the plane? No, he was stopped 1 inch short. Will they they'll stop the clock for the first down. And the Jackets have got to get up and they've got to clock it or run it. This is the final play of the game. Clock running at 6 seconds. High snap, handoff, Rhodes to the end zone, and he is across for the touchdown in his senior Battle of the Axe game. And it will not change the outcome as the clock has expired to 000. Rhodes scores on the final play of the game to make it 31-13. They'll have to do the PAT, and Sherman is going to get flagged for storming the field because they've got to kick the PAT. But the Bearcats are going to win the 126th Battle of the Axe. The 11-year run of domination by Dennison comes to an end tonight. The Bearcats win the Axe for the 5th time in the 21st century. They win the Axe for the first time on Josh Alleman's watch, and they give Brent Whitson his first loss in the Battle of the Axe series. And they do so in decisive fashion tonight, 31-13. We're awaiting the PAT. I believe that's still coming. And it was all because tonight, not because of injuries, not because the players not there. Ball game. They're not going to kick the PAT. It was because Sherman came in and proved from the opening drive to the final bell that they were the better team tonight. Hats off to the Bearcats and congratulations on their win. The Yellow Jackets have got to go to work tomorrow, lick their wounds, try to overcome the injuries, and get ready for a talented Decatur squad next week on the road. Well, you knew it was going to end eventually, and it did. And because it was so decisive, it doesn't hurt quite the way that maybe it might have. Still hurts. But we've got Pete down there. And
Pete, I was pointing to some stuff. They're shaking hands and then down here.
Yeah. There are players on Dennison that are distraught, and I don't mean to minimize that at all.
No.
Not at all. It hurts. It hurts to lose. It's also joyous to win. And one side is experiencing that for the first time since 2012. And the other side is experiencing one side is experiencing the thrill of victory.
Coach Alleman down here.
Yep. Yeah, class act.
Yep.
I like Josh Alleman. And the Bearcats begin to run to the sideline and celebrate, and they're about to, there's going to be an exchange with Dr. Kevin Bodiger, and he's going to make the exchange.
Right there.
And he's going to hand the axe over for the first time in 11 years. I don't think he's given it yet.
There it is. He's got it now, Josh does.
And Josh Alleman has the axe. Josh Alleman was 1-3 as a player in the axe contest. He was 0-1 as a head coach. He's experienced plenty of frustration. He was a part of that 21st century, only winning 4 times. But tonight, he and the Bearcats will celebrate, and they'll hope they've changed the tide and that this is the beginning of their own run. The Yellow Jackets will obviously have to think about that all year and go to work to try to wrestle it back next year. You'll get no indication from the sub-varsity games last night. The Sherman JV won handily, and there's the axe. Sherman Bearcats have it, and look at them celebrate. And I just got to tell you,